What's up, everybody? We're back with another Montarctica podcast. We did start it a little bit earlier, but it went vulgar real fast. And after I name dropped the names that are in this room, you guys will all know why it went vulgar real fast. And
way to go, Shane.
To my right, got Shane Carnahan. Across the table from me, I got Bret Peigneux and Lance Henderson over there.
Well, you put me last.
And you guys, we're popping these guys' podcast cherry over there, Lance and Bret. So, what do you guys think?
Felt good.
They both keep nodding their heads. Like everybody hears them say yes every time out there.
Sun's shining. Nice,
I can hear it
cloudy
rattling.
day.
This is the best looking group of individuals that ever been in this room.
I don't know.
You've been to prison, so you...
Like I said, I was there for a while and I didn't have to pay for ramen noodles.
I was
Fuck
there
you.
for a good time, not a long time.
Well, don't they serve you ramen noodles free? And just as long as you didn't get your stolen, you were okay?
No, you got to get commissary.
What was the best?
Stuff was
What was the
free.
best thing you ate at prison other than tube steak?
Dick.
So to suck it all through a hose? Is that how it all works?
He gained
Well-
25 pounds, but it wasn't fun.
We got another 10 seconds in, and we're twice as vulgar as we were on the last one. We just deleted. So,
But the
I
best
guess that's the
part
way
is
it's gonna go.
It's on one of us that are in here and not somebody that's not in here, so we're doing good.
yeah.
Don't
Well,
be dropping names. But
So we talked earlier that well, I guess now, and I misspoke in the last one, that we're all self-employed in some way or another, and some of us that's our regular job, some of us that's our half job. Shane, Bret, you hang out there and play with your brother all day, and no, I'm just
Play
kidding.
with my brother? Wow.
I'm kidding.
A lot of football.
Yeah.
A lot of kickball. Yeah.
I see your guys' kickball court when I was
recently got a ping pong table. I'm pretty good.
Yeah. Dominating that.
Go down to the Second Creek School and do a little swinging on the swings, sliding on the slides.
Don't be jelly, buddy.
I am a
Jelly, you
little
had to
bit.
grow up in town and not out at Second Creek.
Yeah.
How is the farming business there, Bret?
It's a business.
It's a
Year to
business.
year.
Yeah.
It's good this year, good next year, bad the year after that. Who knows?
It's about the way it is with any business.
You're going organic.
Yeah.
How's that working?
This is the first year really that we've sold anything organic. Last year was a pretty dry year.
No, I was
Didn't grow anything.
just talking to you the other day. I was talking to you the other day, and you
Pretty dry. Didn't sell anything.
you had mentioned you didn't grow any wheat this year. You didn't raise any wheat, just barley.
Barley and triticale this year, yeah.
Barley and what?
Triticale,
Shredded Kaylee.
And
yeah. However you want to say it, triticale.
There's two ways.
Triticale.
Were you the one that told me that joke about the lentil and the chickpea?
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's always a good one.
You should throw that out there.
Hit it.
I can't do it right now because you put me on the spot.
We'll let that Captain Morgan kick in a little bit for him.
It's garbanzo bean and a chickpea.
Mm-hmm.
well,
Yeah.
what
Well,
happens?
you know,
Say it, Travis. You know it.
I don't know it. That's Lance's joke. And
What's,
I'm a graphic designer. I don't need to be talking about chickpea.
What's the difference between a garbanzo bean and a chickpea?
Well, I don't know.
Not sure.
I forgot it too.
They're both giggling like a couple schoolgirls over there.
You can't. Some about can't pan to pea. Chick to
All
pea.
I know
Never
is
seen a
It
something
has to do
chickpea.
with the chickpea part of
Damn it, we
part of
really
the,
butchered that thing.
All I know.
We're still butchering it. Good
We'll
job,
come
boys.
back with that one. It'll be
All
funny
I
eventually.
know is I never paid a garbanzo bean $20 to pee on me.
Yeah.
Something like that.
A chick to pee on me. Either way you look at it. The golden shower.
Yeah. If you guys hear that little bit of hum in the background, it's because we got our super fucking fridge turned on to keep the beer cold back there.
We ain't drinking here.
Again, big thanks to Johnny's brother for giving us that thing. He just shows up. He listened to the first couple podcasts, and we were bitching that we needed a beer cooler in here. Well, when we started, it was still wintertime, so we keep our beer out in the garage, and then
Pretty cold out there
it got
now.
pretty fucking warm quick in here, and we were like, well, I went through like 4 fucking regular like college beer fridges. They just would not hang for some reason, and
You just sober up.
yeah, maybe. No, and so then he brings this one in. Now we got like a nice bar cooler. But I tell him these guys, he goes, well, how come it isn't plugged in when you first start? I go, well, because it takes like 2 minutes for it to cool off. And if I leave it plugged in, it's literally like fucking $60 a month in power fees. That thing's ridiculous.
Larry? Larry?
So, anyways, back from the fridge to self-employment, Lance, trucking.
Oh, it's
You've
all
been-
great till you hit a deer and ruin your whole day.
Busy fall, though.
Yeah, it's been a great fall. Yeah, it's just out.
Great
hauling-
Falls.
Do you remember?
Great fall, yeah, not falls.
Do you remember that truck that passed you the other day? You saw.
There
the-
ain't no one out
Well,
there.
it didn't pass you, but it was coming towards you, and he had that big fancy grill guard.
Yeah, he appreciates that thing a lot more than I do right now. I appreciate even more, actually.
Lance caught himself a deer the other day.
I knew
Deer
that.
caught me, and I
asked him if he had a fancy one. Like,
Did you go get that permit and keep that
no,
deer?
I don't. That thing was probably pretty tender if someone wanted it, but
Truck tenderizer pretty good, huh?
yeah, old Barney took a hit yesterday, and
my
we're down for a few days.
my nephew hit an elk with it, and he's got had a big Ford diesel pickup. I mean, it totaled the shit out of it, but the elk was still good. They tagged it. Like, it was worth it.
Tag it and bag it.
Yeah,
Reminds me of high school.
you can. Why not?
Ooh.
You didn't even hit puberty in high school. What are you talking about?
I know. I just got a cold today, and my balls dropped. I think. Yeah, the trucking was good until yesterday.
So you got in and sat on your ball because you're old now.
Yeah. Sit on one ball, you never hear the end of it, will you?
Especially if it's not yours.
Yeah. So at least it was your own ball.
I sat on your ball, Brett, or was it
No,
mine?
it's your own.
Oh, sorry, I blew up.
How about your graphics design business? How's this all working out for you?
Rather
Did
slow.
I sit here and draw.
Haven't started mine
I
yet.
sit here and draw all day. No, it's not bad. It's actually I'm pretty freaking busy with it, and it's kind of fun. Believe it or not, you get to sit. I mean, the biggest thing for me is I'm in that part of the year right now. Like normally when I get bored, I'll go out and I'll skateboard for 10 minutes, or like I just got to move around. Got to do something. And if I don't, then I go fucking stir crazy sitting in front of my computer all day. And then actually if you don't go out and do anything, you don't feel quite as creative, if you don't get your mind moving. So now we're in that part of fall where it's normally we had a little snow on the ground, so I sit here all day, and then by the end of the day, I'm real sick of sitting here. But it's not bad. I tell you what, I've never been fucking happier in my entire life than being self-employed with what I'm doing.
You're at the point that at least you can do it now.
Yeah.
A week you might not be able to go outside and fucking skate around.
Well, and then eventually, but the thing is then eventually I go snowboarding and skiing and everything. But we're in that middle part where I go just nuts over winter, and it's tough like that. But Lance is actually skiing right now, sitting between Shane and Brett, if you guys know what I mean. Hey, everybody got excited after Lance was skiing, so they all took a smoke break because. Do you smoke after sex? I don't know, baby. I never checked.
You always
Yeah,
pee.
dude.
You always pee after sex.
You always pee after sex?
That's just the unwritten rule.
You saying the girls always just go to the bathroom after sex because they're hoping you didn't leave anything in them?
Or they didn't leave me nothing. So
They didn't leave you nothing? You just
Sucks
gotta
after you pee after sex. You
pee
got the multi-stream deal. That's
Yeah,
terrible.
shower.
Homer
Just
Simpson
get in the
told us
shower.
about that.
That's terrible.
That is awful.
Sometimes you don't even realize you're like, it's fine, and then no,
You're
you're
peeing
peeing on the
in the
floor.
multi-stream.
You're,
What is going on?
Peeing in your bathroom.
you're like, my shoe's getting wet.
Yeah, that's too
That's
bad.
pretty normal. You're getting
So-
old though, bud. You always pee on your shoes.
We were talking about self-employment, goofballs. I'm not fully self-employed.
He just wants to justify this real quick.
You're not, you're not fully
Listen,
anything.
guys.
You're not fully
You
anything,
can have
buddy.
one
I
real
just,
job.
want, I just want to get off this bathroom humor and whatever goes on with Lance's weird sex life. I don't know.
Ask Amanda.
Who's Amanda?
Wow, jeez.
Amanda.
My life. Anyhow,
It's a man, God. Jeez.
anyhow, no, I'm not a business owner by all means, really, but
Sure you are. You bring a show to town once a year.
I guess so. I do a dirt bike show, but that isn't through a business. That's just through
Can't
my.
That's
ride
just
in
his
it,
way of
but he brings
laundering
it.
money.
That's my hopes and dreams, and hoping I can make it work. But no, I've been working pretty close with my father, hand in hand, with that record business. And what I've noticed doing that is, as an employee, you don't see what the overhead costs are, but when you're there and in the middle of it, you realize that the shit's expensive. Like, we just had to put a transmission, or not a transmission, but a clutch in our rollback, or not a rollback, but our little wrecker, and it was just, it's a pain in the ass. That's $500 out of our pocket, and then our time. We got to find the time to do that when we both have other jobs too. I mean, Jesus.
I did
Yes.
a party that I DJ'd here not too long ago, and it was when it was on that 110-degree day, and I was right in the sun. It fucked up my computer, and now I'm running off a different little hard drive, and it's not fucking big enough. And now it's before the end of the year. It's going to be a fucking $2,000 investment just to buy another computer, and which, by all rights, I should buy two of them, one for my graphic design business and one for my DJ business, because it fills it up so fat. You know, with both of them, I mean, the programs are so huge that I use that.
You can't justify to buy two,
No,
though.
no. I mean, yeah. I mean, I could if I had way more work coming in.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing for me is I can almost justify having an employee, but I need somebody that's more of just a grunt. Somebody help me clean this
Like your
fucking
son.
wreck up, or somebody to run my mail. I ship quite a bit of stuff out and pick a lot of parts up, and like ordering cell phone parts and that kind of thing too. You know, like that takes a lot of my day of just sitting there trying to go back and forth with messages with people, trying to fucking get them to send me the right model and not get the wrong thing. And
Put Braden to work. That's where it's at.
I'm trying. He's not quite there
free
yet.
labor.
I applied for the job, but I didn't fit in his fucking maid outfit he had.
Too
It-
fat.
Yeah, no, I brought Braden out here and
I filled the bra out in it though.
I let him come clean the garage for a while and told him I'd pay him to help him, but
Buy him a skateboard.
that's more of a babysit him cleaning the garage. The biggest thing is everybody I've got, even like my few friends that I've asked to come help me, are like, well, hey, you ready to come help me out and do this? And I'm like, no, that's the point. I'm doing this on the computer, and I need you to me to be able to talk to you once during the day, and then you come back at the end of the day and go, hey, how do you like this, or whatever. But good help's hard to find, I guess, and I'm
But
willing
the
to pay a
overhead,
little bit,
like,
but
the overhead, like you said, Shane, like I was $600 in fuel every day, and I'll be gone for 20 days. Like, it's crazy amount of money. Like it just.
Well, especially like with you and even Brett with the farm tires. Holy shit! Like working through the county job, I see what we're paying in tires. You know,
Tires are expensive
and
as fuck anymore.
I think about
Ridiculous.
our trucks. I mean, we're not putting near the miles you are, and I just it kind of almost makes me sick seeing knowing what you're paying.
I can't even bitch compared to a trucker or a farmer. I mean, as far as what
$7,600 at one time
but-
that day, and I had to go buy her tires at all one time. So
It
it's
used
like the
to
worst
used to
day.
seem like $100 was expensive. Now it's if you can get $1,000 repair, that's fucking cheap.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
like
You know, I mean, it's sad.
That's
It
like
is.
the record business too. I see why Dad doesn't. He'll order his parts locally, but he just as well work on his own shit because he doesn't, or I'll work on it because we don't want to have to pay that extra overhead to have
Yeah.
my brother
it's-
Christopher work.
And it's
on
not
something,
even that they're. I don't even think they're making a lot of money on it. You know, the shops aren't making a lot of money
No,
on it
they're
either.
not.
It's just everything's so expensive to start with that.
Well, when you go to the grocery store every day and spend $45,
Oh, yeah.
especially just to have a couple
you
meals.
Get one thing and you leave with $70 worth. You're like,
Yep.
what the hell
Yeah.
happened?
Especially if you show up hungry or
Yeah, don't go there drunk.
hungover.
Don't go
Yeah.
there
Don't go to the
drunk.
grocery store drunk.
My worst is like I get done, so I'll bartend on the weekends and then get all moneyed up with tips, and then on Sunday morning I usually go in there feeling a little shitty and wanting to buy some food for the rest of the day, and pretty soon I got a cart full of junk food and everything else coming.
Wait,
Yeah, but-
you drink and bartend? That's not. Okay.
No, I go
Tell us.
after party. No, I'm just kidding.
Hungover
Do you
me
ever
is
wear
really
your
happy that
sweatpants
drunk
to
me
the
goes there,
grocery
though.
store?
We're not getting on the sweatpants thing yet. That's for later in the show.
Shane loves people in their sweatpants.
Jesus. He's obsessed.
He'd marry you if you had seen you in the beer aisle.
I think the reason he's just mad is because his balls been so tight in his pants the whole time. Like
Yeah, your balls haven't dropped yet, have they?
My balls are in my wife's purse. I haven't seen them in years.
I think you left them in prison, to be honest with you.
didn't she slit him before you went?
What?
No.
Ooh.
Why? We got off the self-employment thing
Oh.
real quick there.
Yeah.
I told you these subjects just chain quick. I didn't know. Yeah. How about you, Brett? Have you ever had any other job other than just working
Just
for?
bartended at the Buffalo.
Yeah, I guess,
that was all right. It's
Yeah.
everybody should bartend or getting
Some
that
sort of service industry
service
once.
industry. I
Learn
mean,
to
I'll
tip.
tell you what that
So you're not an asshole when you do.
Service.
It-
Yeah.
it makes you. It opens your eyes. I mean,
Brett's
it's
other job is just being a handsome individual. It's
Yeah,
gotta
he's
be
got the
work.
flops.
doesn't pay worth a shit though.
Oof, that's-
Just a handsome devil he is.
Yeah, I mean, like bartending or I'm sure even waitressing or anything like that makes you really sit down and realize what people are like and what
Learn to respect
a
the
little-
service industry.
little money, a little tip here or there goes a long ways.
You can tell, and like some people, I understand, like, if you didn't work in the service industry, a lot of people sometimes don't get it. Like, especially, like, young kids when they come in their first 21, they'll have a $100 bar tab and tip you $4, and you're like,
Oh, yeah.
what in the hell?
I didn't tip when I was that age.
'cause
None
you
of us
just
did, I
you didn't
guarantee
know.
you know.
I did because I grew up around it.
That's true.
I literally, like, I was maybe conceived in the basement of the hole, you know? Like, I grew up around the industry. My mom's been a waitress, bartender. My dad's always played music, so I've always hung around it. That's what I was just talking with Cohen last night. I was like, could you imagine if that would have kept going under the same order? I said, and how you and I could have been bartending and running entertainment through there and how much fun it could have been, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Did I ever tell you about when I worked in the service industry?
In jail? Servicing this
No.
guy and that guy.
So when I was 19 years old and I was living in Butte, I got a job right out of school, right in a gold mine, making bank. I mean, $25.50 an hour as an 18-year-old man. How incredible is that? So guess what I was doing? I was spending as fast as I could make it.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a badass job. And then one day, we all show up to work, and they told everybody we're laying off. Mines are shutting down. Mining industry's tanked.
You didn't save any money for that, did you?
Absolutely not.
That's gone. Yeah.
That was
So-
your fault, Shane.
So here I am in Butte, Montana, a 19-year-old man, and don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I'm hitting up every construction company, and I mean, construction season's burned out now, and I started hitting food joints. And I ended up getting a job at this restaurant, and what it was is they specialized in true gourmet Italian pizzas and pastas.
Perfect place for a guy like you.
For an Irishman like
For an
me,
Irishman, yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, really nice, classy joint. And all I was doing was bussing tables. Pretty simple pretty simple. I mean, take the dishes, put them in the dumbwaiter, send them
Complicated for a
downstairs,
guy like you.
wash dishes, send them back upstairs. Pretty fucking simple. Well, then one day, one of the waitresses didn't show up. So we're short-staffed, and they needed somebody to wait staff. So they asked me if I'd do it. I said, sure, I should be able to figure this out. Seems pretty simple. It wasn't. A couple walked in. Actually, that's like a couple 20-something-year-old people, like a double date type thing. And I go up, seat them. I get their drink order, come back, give them their drinks, ask them if they decide what they want to eat. Well, we don't know if we want pasta or pizza. Oh, okay, we'll give you a few minutes. Go back. Well, we're going to go with pizza. What would you recommend? Well, I've only worked here for about a month. I've only ate so much of their pizza, you know.
You've ate it all. I know you.
Anyways,
He's more into the
this
cupcakes.
fucking went on.
This is
Like,
a bakery.
back and forth. And I'd go downstairs, and they had a bunch of microbrews, and I was downstairs drinking on the job. Like, it was a bad idea. But anyways, I finally come up, and I'm like, are you guys ready to order? Well, and I finally lose my shit. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? We've been at this for 45 fucking minutes. You can't figure out what kind of pizza you want? Order a fucking pepperoni pizza, and I lost my shit.
Welcome to bartending. People
And,
walk in,
I-
stare at the fucking thing forever and go, and it'll be busy as hell. And they'll yell at you first. They'll go, Travis, we need you. Travis, we need you. And you get there and, all right, what are you having?
I love it when they roll in and they're like, basically like they've never been in a bar.
Yeah,
like sit
I'm
there
not really
hemming
sure.
and hawing what they're gonna fucking order.
I was kindly
For 10
let
minutes,
go
and then they
that
finally
day.
go, give me a Miller Lite.
yeah, exactly.
Like, you
that
son of
pisses
a-
me off.
And then you go get the Miller Lite, and you come back, and she goes, oh, wait, we need one of these too. You do that 3 or 4 times before you go back and forth.
Yeah.
And you're like, could you just wait till you know your whole fucking order? You know,
When I go
like-
into a bar,
Now
I know what I'm gonna
Friday
order.
night.
It's pretty simple. You know, I mean,
it won't hurt my feelings to throw you out the door, Lance. I don't give a shit.
It's happened before.
Yeah.
I usually throw myself out
But who-
anymore. I know.
who the hell was the bright guy that would throw you
Look at this,
into
it's
that
call-
sort of
it's-
stuff?
Hold on a
Shane?
second, it's calling me through
Do
the...
what?
Who would be the bright
yeah.
guy that would throw you into serving people?
Somebody who obviously didn't know me
Yeah.
that well. I didn't.
I mean, this was years back, but I mean, even then,
This
I
is pre-prison.
I was
I wouldn't have-
really
I-
high strung
yeah.
back then. Like, just
Worse than now.
oh yeah, worse than now, worse way. But that was
he's an
my,
upstanding citizen now.
that was my one and
No, the
only
problem is
time.
he's just a little too old to start fights now. He's too
Chop for them bricks.
angry. Larry gets a little. He's like, I get winded really easy. You
So,
know?
yeah, it's not that he's too old. He's got the dad bod going
Yeah,
anymore.
I guess
It's
he'd get in a fight the night before.
He used to love to whip his shirt off to fight. Now He still does.
Now
but
now he
He
pulls
goes
it down
dad
all the
bod of the
time.
year and he rips it off and gets in the fight.
I'm just hoping people are like, God, I hope this fat fucker doesn't fall on me.
you gotta go to Rockin' the Rivers with him, and he's naked, half naked, all fucking weekend long. It's a wonder
geez.
Amanda still sleeps with him. I don't know.
She sleeps with you?
That's what it is. He
think
falls
so.
on her.
She fucked it one time in marriage.
Is that
Kid.
is that where you figured out the fall on people trick?
Yes.
Now I'm having a
I
seizure.
tripped over Titus's toys. Please fall on me.
Oh, we're
Down and
terrible.
out.
Oh, jeez.
So, Lance, you were telling us earlier
yeah.
before we started this podcast, you can't swim.
I could.
You can
doggy
paddle
paddle the
around
shit
a
out of
little
it. If you left me out there for more than 12 minutes, I probably ain't gonna make it.
12 minutes is a long fucking time in water when you're struggling.
Can't you guys float on your back?
I'm fat. Fat floats.
You just
Yeah.
relax and put your head back,
People
and you can
don't.
float
People that
there.
can't swim don't realize that.
I try, but
They
I
don't. They
I panic.
They panic.
Let's
That's what
take
it
you to the
is.
Buffalo this weekend and teach you to swim. Shane's
Soak
big
my
enough to
sack?
hold.
Just
Go
throw you
soak my
in.
sack?
Shane's big enough to hold you.
You know,
I
it's
went to
fun-
the Buffalo one time with him.
You know, it's funny. Speaking of the Buffalo, when I was younger, we were out there swimming like everybody used to back in the day.
story.
And I jumped in, and it was deep enough I couldn't touch. I don't even know how old I was. I was pretty young, but I mean, it was like 5 feet deep or whatever.
I still can't touch there.
But I jumped in, and I remember I was sitting there struggling and couldn't fucking swim. You know, my Uncle Ed reached in and fucking grabbed me out. He can't swim either,
Oh, geez.
but he reached in and fucking pulled me out of the water. And they're like, "Geez, he can't swim." So what the?
He's a lifesaver.
My mom don't swim. She doesn't.
I
she
can
used
save
to. My
myself,
mom used to
huh?
like actually get in the pool. I think she's actually one that helped me learn how to swim, but she's afraid of water. Doesn't swim. Doesn't like to.
You guys need to get
She
some
almost
fat
drowned
on
as
you,
a
then
little
you
kid.
float. That's what it is. I mean,
I've floated.
I float like a
I've
son of
always
a
swam
bitch.
pretty good. I've never been like swim team champion, but I can.
I can't. Yeah, I can't.
I'm pretty
swim that
confident.
way,
Like
but
if you throw me out of the boat, I'm making it back to the boat. You know,
if I
type
fell
of-
off a tube and didn't have a life jacket on, I could probably keep myself up as long as the boat didn't run over and have a beer at Dallas's and come back. I'd probably be all right.
right?
My brother was telling a story one time. I won't.
Just
name
leave a beer close to you. You'll swim and you'll be all
I'll get
right.
it.
This is well. Lance is skinny enough. The beer floats. It'll hold him up. He'll just ride it. That'd be his life
Oh,
jacket.
this is light beer.
Just don't open it, Lance. You'll be all right. Anyway, my brother's telling this story. He likes to bow hunt carp. You know, you out there, dude. And when you bow hunt carp, you're over in the shallow end. And
Oh, yeah.
a lot of times you do it. You'll go at night with a spot and scope and whatever. And he's out there, and he took this guy with him that he's like he's terrified of water, can't swim. Well, he gets over and he's trying to take a piss at the edge of the boat, and he's pretty drunk, and he ends up falling in, and he is full on panic, like Jay, just swimming, paddling, can't even like nothing. And Jay goes, "Hey, stand up." Stands up. He's in like knee deep water, but was like full on thrashing panic. Thought he was gonna die for a minute.
That's what people do. If they can't swim, that's their biggest enemy. Is
laying
they
down,
panic.
flopping around, and it's literally like
That's
knee
like,
deep.
In the last 5 years, I've probably learned to calm down. Like, that's how I probably would have been, no matter how deep the water is. But I can kind of tread water now. But I probably, hopefully, most people hope I die. So that's probably a good thing if you want to take me
It's-
to.
it's-
But
Oh, I'd send you swimming with your pocket rocks all the time, buddy.
The boat always drives away. I don't know what's wrong with that.
Yeah.
I remember
The
I
butt?
did swimming lessons, but I fucking lived at the pool as a kid, man.
I used to go there a lot,
always
too,
at
as a
the
little
pool.
kid.
Yeah, see, we came to town to take swimming lessons from way out south. You know, I mean,
your dad was way nicer than mine.
Did
he
you
didn't
guys?
know how to swim either, though.
Did you guys ever? Did you guys ever go to the roller skating rink here in town?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I remember
That
that.
was the shit. Like back in the day,
That
that was
was
a
good
cool ass
stuff.
place to hang
Yeah.
out. I did that. We did that
that
and
was the first
junior
place I
bowling.
ever heard Def Leppard,
Yeah, probably.
because that was about the time Def Leppard "Let's Get Rocked" was just.
I was always small
nonstop.
enough to win the limbo contest every day, so I'd get a free pizza every time I went skating. Man, I didn't.
You're only 3 foot tall. You were
I know, but I was a
bastard every
skilled
time.
skater, man.
Back when rollerblades were in,
Yeah.
just
Rollerblades, I'd be ripping around there. It was a fun
Remember the ice
time.
skate-
Listen to Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah,
should-
achy breaky heart.
I should buy me some rollerblades again and get my half shirt out and
You should.
we'll
Your
get
hair's
after
about
it.
the right length, so it'll work.
I have some fruit boots in the garage you can borrow here.
Fruit boots.
Yeah.
Gonna go thrash the skate park in
Yeah.
the fruit boots.
I keep teasing Matt that I'm gonna, and he's like, I won't even be friends with you anymore. I'm like, that sounds like a win-win.
So you have no friends now, Matt.
Yeah.
Matt is
Yeah.
the perfect example of rollerblades in a fucking tie-dyed shirt and half shirt, just
Yep.
bombing around
He
the
should
skate
rock
park.
that.
He would have a half shirt. He's got
That's-
the
Yep.
pecs to do it, though.
That's just what you picture when you
Yes.
picture
Yeah.
Matt. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that big fucker's a pretty good skateboarder. But
Clumsy, but he's good.
he is. I've watched it one time.
All flat.
He came over the top, like, so there's a thing called a roll drop when you're skateboarding. It's like, instead of just dropping in on the wall, it's when you roll up to the wall and you're rolling fast and you jump and you drop in. One time he rolls past and he goes to drop in, or just drop in, and his back truck hung up, and he literally was level, like 3 feet off the ground, and just belly flopped into the deeper pool. And I'm not even kidding, it's concrete, but I felt the vibrations
Oh,
halfway
yeah.
across the park. You just heard the you heard the wind come out of him.
He's not fat. He's
Yeah.
a thick guy.
It's one of those things when you see somebody hit like that too, it shocks you. You're like, oh, you
think-
feel it too.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think that was him that called. He might be stopping by. I know he just got done with darts, so
It's
he's
like
probably.
when I get super drunk and I can feel their hangover before they're done partying for the night.
Yeah,
Last
that was
night,
me
Travis
last night.
went,
"Oh,
I
God."
knew last night when I'm sitting in here, in which, like I said, I went a little hard at pool leagues, but I came in and I tried to play guitar, and I always know that like if I'm too drunk to make my left hand work to play guitar, it's gonna hurt in the morning.
Well, when you told me, I probably should have ate that pork chop sandwich, but I didn't want to be bloated up, and you got to the bar and you were hungry, then you just got after it. I knew you were
I
gonna be a
ate-
fucking train wreck.
I ate it when I came home after but
Leave Carol out of this.
yeah, no. The problem was
That's not a pork chop sandwich, that's a
that it was
taco.
pulled pork. It was pulled pork, and the problem was it was more sauce than it was meat. It was like that. I think that's what gave me the heartburn so bad. I literally like.
Not making
Yeah.
it sound any better.
No, I know it's terrible.
You can edit that.
It's okay. She'll come beat Lance up.
No,
It's fine.
Bring her out.
She's learned.
The
she's
hangover
learned that
gets worse and
she's
worse
learned that the
all the
podcast
time.
is the podcast. Whatever.
It's
she gets
guy
jokes.
time that the women get to hear. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
and that's what makes this podcast entertaining is that it's so real. You know, like if you took away the realness, and that was part of the reason. Like when I broke away from the radio station, most of it was because I was just going to pursue this podcast because we went from 0 to 30,000 subscribers in no time on this thing, and I guess the part is I've just kind of got lazy with it because I got so busy with my other job that it makes it tough to come back out at 8, 9 o'clock at night and want to do it again. And
I'm always out this time of night if you need me.
perfect. Well, if you'd speak into your mic, we'd use you
I'm
more
usually-
often. I don't.
Yes, sir.
There you
I'm
go.
usually in bed by
We might,
8.
When we pause, we might switch your mic. That thing sucks. I need a different mic cable on it.
This
I
one
think.
sucks?
Well, yeah, I got you cranked all the way up, and it's,
I can hear myself. Is that good enough?
you don't have headphones on, you dummy. No wonder you-
I can still hear myself. It's most days. That's why I'm a truck driver. I
That's-
just listen to myself all day.
That's the Captain Morgan talking. Yeah, I enjoy alone time. How about you? Do you guys like? Well, I mean, you're a trucker,
Yeah.
so do you like alone time or do you get lonely? Brett, you're out there all the time by yourself. Do you?
For a while, it's all right. But then eventually I got to see people.
Eventually-
Otherwise I go fucking stir
Eventually, my
crazy,
wiener gets
you know.
raw, and I can't beat it
Yeah, that's
anymore.
part of
I
it.
gotta-
You only jack it so many times at a track or anything, and
No, but the first time,
It's-
the beginning of the fall, I run with all my buddies, and then through the next 20 days into fall, yeah, he's here.
I hear his
I,
car.
The next 20 days, I'm by myself, and I enjoy both of them. It's just different circumstances because I'm tired of bullshitting with these idiots.
Yeah.
But and then I'm by myself.
I honestly, I love a road trip by myself, and I don't mind. Like, I love going and partying with people, and like, hey, I'm a pretty social dude, but I think part of it is like bartending and my other jobs. I'm around so many people that when I'm done, like on Sunday, I almost don't even want to like be around. Even my family at some points will annoy
Yeah.
me, and that's bad to say that, but like,
No, it's
I
not.
cherish my alone time because I like silence sometimes. Like,
The day
especially
that
if you're in
phone
a well, I mean, like before when I worked at the radio station, it was all day fucking blaring music in there, and then I go to work at the radio station, or I mean at the Mint, all night blaring music, and then when I get home, and Carol loves to listen to music, she'll have her music cranked up. I'm like, God, can I just have some silence
still
for a
just-
minute? I'm like,
it's still just blaring in your mind.
I'm just like,
it's still
yeah, and it's
And on top of that, the phone never quits ringing. It seems like it's
Yeah.
fucking all day, and it just
well, that's what I was like with my business. A lot of, I'd say 60% of it is back and forth messaging or calling or trying to figure out like
Yeah.
the right thing, what they need, what they're going to do. And I understand why people would hire a secretary. I'm not quite to where I could, have a full-time one yet, but it would definitely help. And I think it would definitely ramp up my productivity by a long ways.
yeah.
Just because then I could be sitting there working. I mean, I'm backed up for a few weeks on projects. But like usually Monday, I got to sit there all day and message back and forth and make sure that I got the right parts orders for phones. I got to make sure I got the right these guys set out. Like, hey, you want this many stickers of this, and that part of it's a lot, And then like with the graphic design, I'll send you a design and be like, okay, what do we need to tweak, or and then it's back and forth,
Yeah.
and
See, like you mentioned, like road trips and stuff like that by yourself or something. That's road trip by myself. It's fine once in a while because I don't have nobody arguing with me. I can go, I can come,
Yeah.
I can do whatever I want.
Your
It's
stuff
not
there.
on a
I can
schedule.
I can stop at whatever food I want.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
know what should we eat, and then decide for fucking
Yeah.
3
And I
hours.
mean,
That's like
a lot of my friends are fine. They're the same way. It doesn't matter what you do. It
That's why I like
doesn't
trucking
matter
by
if you take
myself.
off and you come back 2 days later. It's
Yeah.
still, it's not a schedule.
I can-
I
guess
guess
when I
like
want
coming from mine and Travis's end, though, like our road trip,
It's
we
pretty
got
fun with
we
us,
got to
though,
load
and-
up. We got to load up the wife and the kids, and all right, let's get the whole goddamn Christmas vacation going.
But a
And-
woman likes to plan everything
Yeah,
out.
and-
Yeah.
I like to just roll the way it goes,
So, like, if
They're
just
not all
blow it
like that.
out how
Don't
it is.
stereotype them.
if Travis and I are going somewhere, let's say Travis and I are going to go on a fucking trip and go do something for a weekend.
When does that happen?
We don't ever plan it out. We just go. We eat quick meals. We do this. We do that. We're on the road. We're having
jerky,
fun.
Shit with the door open.
Yeah, like truck driver style. But of course, with the wife and kids, you got to stop. You got to eat at a
Well,
fucking
don't
restaurant.
get me wrong, we
you
stop,
got to let the kids run
Yeah.
around. I mean,
Yeah.
a trip that would take Travis and I
Well, and
3
girls like to go
hours.
shop. If you go like if I go to Billings, I don't have any desire to go to the mall. And if
There's a mall in Billings.
If I do, it's in and out. I
There's a
buy the
strip club.
product I want
Yeah.
and I'm gone. I
well,
mean,
and that's
it's not.
but like women just
Yeah.
like to go shop around, and
I
don't get me wrong.
don't know the
like,
last time I went there and tried a bunch of dresses on. I mean, it's been a while.
I don't
I was
mind.
there, and you did a good job. You got the one you wanted.
Like I do a lot of like flipping on eBay and stuff. So I don't mind going and hitting like pawn shops up and see if I can find good deals on stuff like that.
Pawn shops suck anymore.
And
They,
that-
they
these
want
all suck,
They want
honestly.
goddamn retail.
You
anymore.
apparently
I'm
just
buying
don't-
my own stolen
What's-
shit.
The problem
What's
is
happened with pawn shops though is if they can't,
you must not be
move
able to
it-
dicker the way that I can. I
and
can.
they don't dicker like they used to because
should see
if
his
they don't
dicker.
move it in their store, they are gonna sell it on the
But,
internet anyway.
but there's a
Mm-hmm.
stage, if it's so high, I don't even feel like I can dicker you down
I'm
low
not
enough
gonna
to
tell-
where
there's-
to where it's
I can get it
reasonable.
on Amazon 2
There-
days
well,
later.
there's
It's
two of them.
cheap.
There's two pawn shops in Billings that they're old owners and they still don't use the internet.
Downtown.
And those are the ones that.
That's odd.
Those are the
You
ones
know
that
what I mean?
to where you because like First National they got most
Oh,
of their
yeah.
shit on.
Yeah.
And I even actually the last time I was at First National, what you do is you like at the bigger ones they got experts in each department.
Yeah.
You want to get the guy that's not the expert in guitars. Like if you go to get the guitars, I already know enough about them. I don't want the guy that knows that guitar is worth $300. I want the guy that goes, well, he said we could go down to this, and I go, I'll give you 45, whatever it is,
Yeah.
and that's how I'll get a good deal on it. And I mean, just sales skills, I guess, is pretty much what it is of being able to go in and.
Or just being a Jew.
Yeah, well, Lance usually just turns into an
Well, you can't
asshole,
do
so
that.
then that's pretty tough. They're like, I don't even want to sell it to this
I
guy.
can't say Jew on the radio.
you can say whatever you
You
want.
probably shouldn't say Jew, Lance. That's pretty
You
mean.
just said it.
I said you should not say it.
It's called crook.
It's called.
That's
You
one thing.
bartering bastard.
That's a funny thing. I heard on a podcast the other day that you think even 10 years ago, the words that people would use for comedy, and don't get me wrong, like you get a black comic on stage, they are racist as hell talking about all these white people do this, white people do that. I can't go on there and go, black people do this, black people do that. Or you can't say, like,
I watched Black Sheep
you
the
can't
other
say,
day.
you have to say mentally challenged people. You can't say that other word that they
Yeah.
used to use it. You
It's-
can't say.
Brett.
You can't say
It's cognitively
like how many
delayed.
kids as a high school kid or when you were young you'd be like, oh, that's gay, as a saying.
Yeah.
Now that's something.
Yeah.
Especially now that Matt just walked in, we cannot say that in the
We
room.
cannot do that again.
Uh,
Look at his Facebook post. We cannot.
Matt has the dirtiest Facebook I've ever seen in my life.
Matt Olson
And-
there.
But the thing is
They're
Matt
not gay. They're rainbow respecters.
Matt's
or
Facebook
something.
page. You should make it public and put a different name than your own on all those
Yeah,
posts.
definitely.
You should instead of putting your.
I ain't scared.
I know you're not, but the problem is you'd have
Yeah.
1 million followers by now if it was under
You
the
ain't
name of.
taking either.
Dave,
You're gonna be
Dave
single for
Ditterwright.
life.
Yeah.
Dave Ditterwright. That should be your domain name.
How about Dave didn't write?
Just put V. The V
Dave
farm.
Dave can't write.
The V farm.
The reason he posts all that stuff like that is because he can't actually type out a real post of his own.
He's all about memes because he can't spell.
This is also true.
Autocorrect can really help.
We're assholes.
dumb.
He doesn't even have a mic to defend himself, and we're just here bashing him while he sits back and
like-
watches us
I
podcast.
was watching Blazing Saddles the other day. You guys ever
Yeah,
watch
oh
that?
yeah.
That is just so
yeah.
unpolitically correct movie.
You couldn't
There
do
ain't
that
no,
these days.
not even close.
No.
There ain't no way.
Even
I'd get
You know,
stumped.
even back then, I'm surprised. Mm-hmm. Like I remember watching it on TV.
But Mel Brooks
it
just
was-
didn't give a fuck.
He still don't.
No,
well, even like
Black Sheep the other day when he said "Die Whitey." I was the
Well,
greatest
that or-
thing in the world.
Tropical Thunder, where he paints himself blackface.
Yep.
yeah,
That's so frowned upon now that that's like you cannot go to Halloween as Michael Jordan and you're a white guy.
I can
like
do
that's
whatever I want.
that's not you
I
get.
live in Malta.
Because
I get it. Well, that's the problem.
Yeah.
For those of you in the rest of the world, we're not really trying to offend anybody. We do live up in the middle of North Montarctica here. That, like, I work at the Mint, and we got like one resident black guy that comes in,
Doug.
and the rest is two.
I guess,
Matt says
no.
two.
Because what's his name never comes to the mint, so.
Mate, we're not racist at
Yeah,
all.
no, I mean,
It's just-
but yeah, we're not.
it's
I'm just saying
slander. It's slander.
it's the difference
Right.
of where you are raised. You know, is and like I said, I'm not
I'm not
racist.
no.
It's just the way that. So it's like the tribe mentality. You know, you even go down the road 40 miles, and they got different dialect.
Mm-hmm.
They got a slang that sounds nothing like the way that we talk. And that's I mean,
I remember watching Blazing Saddles when I was a kid, and it was on. It was edited. It was on TV. Mm-hmm. But they edited out the F word and left the N word in there.
yeah,
I mean, that is literally how it was. I mean,
yeah.
because I watched it later, I'm like, really? That was the edited version? I'm like, they left fuck out, but they left.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I couldn't believe it.
That's usually the way it goes. You know, like, I mean, or way it used to.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things that you used to be able to say, you know, there's so many, and it's
People are soft.
Yeah, well,
I'm
they
sorry
are.
to
Oh,
say
yeah.
it.
People are
very soft, and I understand that you don't
judging
want to
them,
offend
not-
people because whatever. I
not
get that people are
racist.
sensitive because
Yeah. But I mean, there's,
Well, for
there's
one,
a-
like-
do you get mad if I call you a ginger?
not at all. Well, I say that all the time. I tease
I
people
mean, it
all the
doesn't
time. I
matter,
go,
you
His
know?
company name is Ginger Snaps. He
I,
shouldn't.
I tell this all the time. I go, what
It's-
is the
Everybody's
difference?
too soft.
What is the difference between me getting made fun of being white and redheaded?
No.
'Cause that's my race.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
is.
fuck you guys.
It
I
is.
walk into the bar almost every day and somebody says, "Hey leprechaun, hey ginger, hey blah blah blah."
Or look at this Irish drunken bastard.
Exactly.
You know, I mean,
and that's my
he doesn't
race.
get mad.
But I can't let
No.
No.
like
I
I
mean-
can't
I
call
mean,
I can't call Carol
I don't
something
like where this is
a
going.
Mexican
but-
slang. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
and I told her she said something about the other day. She's like, I think I already said this on the podcast once. And she was like, "Oh
She
yeah,
might
that's
not get
because
mad,
that's because
but-
you're ginger, whatever." And I was like, "Well, I can't just walk around and go, that's because you're Mexican, you know, or whatever it is, you know,
All
the
I
slang
know
words."
is I would never say anything vulgar to my dishwasher ever.
Where's the drums?
You don't talk to yourself like that.
Travis, where's the drums?
I know. I missed the soundbite on that.
Damn it. You
But
can play it later.
I'm not racist. I like to give everybody shit about everything. You know, I mean,
No.
people know when I'm giving them hell. You know, I mean,
Me too. I'm a
I
nice
got-
guy, and
I got
everybody
Indians
in
that are
here
great
is.
friends, and I give them hell about it all the time, and they
Yeah.
don't get mad.
Well, the
It's-
thing is, you're not my friend if I can't give you shit.
Exactly. Yes.
I got to be able to like,
Yep.
and that was
if
a big
I'm
thing.
not giving you hell, I don't like you.
It took us a while, Carol and I. Like,
Matt, you're a nice guy.
I offended her a lot in the beginning because I am like so thick skinned. I've been
joke, yeah.
teased my entire
It's a
life, so I
joke,
tease
yeah.
other people. But
how we
I've
grew up.
grown to realize that she's way more sensitive and was
Yeah.
raised more
Some
sensitive.
people
like
don't get-
the
yeah.
way that she was
Yep.
raised in her family. Some of that shit would be like. Those are fighting
Her
words
dad
type of
would
thing.
whoop
Yeah,
your
her dad
ass.
exactly. Her dad would like
Yeah.
hate that thing, and I'm like, in my family, that's how you're part of the family.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you
Yeah.
can, as long as you can take a joke, and if you can give me back a better one, then that's when like that.
That's what
but
I expect.
not-
I expect.
Challenge
I
accepted.
expect shit
you
back.
get offended. You get offended,
Yeah,
and
bitch.
you get offended, and I won. That was my like, ha
If
ha.
if I give you shit, I want it back. I want you
too.
to. I want you to dish it back as hard as I can get it.
Challenge accepted.
That's what she said.
So yeah. Anyway, like all of our friends, like everybody gives us shit. Like especially at a bar. You get around that, and people can get offended, but it's scary how it's like people take it. It's like they want to be offended. And I can't say. I understand if your feelings are really hurt. that sucks. But some people are out as a motive to, you're an asshole, you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't say that. Well, I'm not meaning it to be if I'm meaning to be an asshole, you're gonna know when I'm mad.
Yeah.
You're not gonna. You're gonna know the
You're gonna
difference
be
between I'm
literally
going,
crying.
ha ha, fucker,
Yeah.
or like if you know I'm mad, oh, you're gonna see my face turn 7 shades of red, and it's different. But
I mean, there's some nights I want to fight, and I know I'm gonna lose, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Like same kind of fucking thing.
I'd
You know?
rather just
I'd
not
I'd be chain up though if I had to.
watch out. He bites,
Yes, he does.
fucker. I've rolled with him a few times, and there's twice he's tried to take my nipple off. Oh, one time he nearly got it. We were in Bozeman, and he
Had a mouthful, didn't
that
he?
motherfucker. I got him arm triangled, and he takes a fucking mouthful of my. And I'm wearing a nice dress shirt.
Not
And it's got a
anymore.
pocket on it. I still got the shirt. Ripped the pocket right off it. Clean as hell.
You
My whole
fucking
chest was
vampire.
bruised. He tried to bite. I'm like, that son
It
of a
makes
bitch.
sense. I mean, I know he drags. I didn't know that he bit too.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Anymore though,
The one time we're at his other house, he's mad at us. He wants to go back to the bar at 3 a.m. It's Sean and I, his brother. This is a long time ago. We're like 21 at the time.
Name dropping.
We go in and Shane's mad. Sean and I come back from the bar.
Was it Sean
and
or was it Jeremy?
it was Sean.
Oh.
And we come back into the house and Shane's like, well, I'm going to the bar. We're like, Shane, it's 3. It's not. Fuck you. He's mad. So I just double leg him because Shane can't wrestle for shit. I double leg him, take him to the ground, and I got him out the arm trailed. He bites my nipple. This is the first time he's did it. Sean's in there literally with his hands prying Shane's jaw apart off my fucking chest. Then he runs out, headbutts the window, and walks out. And we're like, well, I guess he's going to find out the bar's not
I remember.
Fucking jewel.
That's why he got the name Angry Larry, but I still love the guy. Man,
I remember
like,
seeing him in the Mint one night, and he's all angry at somebody, and I was trying to be the nice guy. I mean, Shane, knock it, quit it, you know. 'Cause I'm like,
Shove you.
you'll go to jail, or they'll punch you in the face, and you'll die. And he knocked me off my bar stool. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Go to jail, die. I don't care.
You know what?
That was the only reason
you
I
made
have-
me angry. I'm like, fuck off.
So
I don't
both
care.
times, that's the only reason I haven't punched him in the face is because I've reared back and Sean goes, you can't hit him in the face, he'll
Yeah.
die. Like he just hit me in the face.
Yeah.
that night I pushed Brett, and then when I hit you that night,
Yep.
that's
Excuses.
after that. That's when I fucking took a long, hard look at my fucking where I was going with what I was doing in my life. And
Look hard
dude,
enough.
there is absolutely nothing worse than waking up the next day going, "Fuck! Now I gotta apologize to my
Oh, we
friends."
still had to drive back from Bozeman together.
You
with
backed
my
up and
face
just hit
fucking
the mud
crooked.
puddle with more speed next time, or what?
You know, but I don't know. I think
You just hit this shit show with
Yeah.
more speed.
anymore. I'm so past all that shit anymore.
If you haven't been friends with somebody for a long time, you probably have had a fight. Or I mean, if you have been friends with somebody for a long time, you've probably fought with them.
No, I was just trying to help you out. I mean, I'm
Right.
I'm the
I was
nicest
there
guy
that
you'll
night.
ever find.
I was
mean,
bartending that night.
yeah,
when you knocked me
your
off my
shoe?
bar stool, I'm like, fuck
I
you.
Yeah.
don't remember.
When he
I'm
gets,
done.
you can
Like,
see
I
it when
don't-
he gets that
think
point. His
so.
eyes just go different,
Yeah.
and like some
I'm
people
like,
do
fuck,
that.
I'm gonna kick your ass. Fuck
Angry
that
Larry.
guy.
I don't know what it is. Yeah.
You didn't lose your shoe?
No.
Oh, you always lose a shoe when you. That's when you wreck a car.
Sorry to call
I,
Shane out. Shane, we're over here. He's like, fuck, guys.
No.
Yeah.
It used to
I've
be
really
funny,
straightened
though.
my life out now, and you guys are assholes. Like-
We'd be sitting in the bar, and Travis would just see me. I would just get mad for no reason. Like, I'd look down at the end
That
of the bar.
fucker's looking at
and
me. I'm
somebody
like,
would
no,
be
he
staring
ain't.
at me, and I'd be like, that fucker. And all of a sudden, my hat would come off. Travis like, fuck. Here we go
I don't know
again.
why you always got to show him your bald spot before you fight him.
I
Like, what,
wasn't
you proving
bald
you're old
back
enough
in
or
the
what? He's like, I'm an old man. You better fucking sit down.
Sure glad I got
Take
my-
your shirt off, but you leave your sunglasses on. What kind of
Sure
backward
glad I
ass
got my
fucking
shit
pageantry
together.
is that?
Actually, you know what did it though? Like having kids and getting married, but
I told you Amanda owns him.
quit drinking fucking
Backwoods brush
whiskey.
shape.
Turns out, I wasn't a very likable person.
No,
when I
fuck
drank
you.
whiskey.
I drink whiskey all the time, and I'm never an asshole. Well, I shouldn't say never an asshole, but I.
Some people can drink it, some people can't.
Yeah.
That's why I never tried. I know I suck on everything else.
Oh, you got to probably turn that.
You do
Here,
suck on everything.
sorry,
else
Lance.
when you're drunk.
Try that
Oh.
again.
That's-
Talk into your mic. We
That's
switched.
probably for the best that I didn't.
Oh well, Brett's mic was hot enough that you were picking up. We were picking up most of what you're saying. Now that was
Brett's-
way better though.
Brett's got a hot mic
That's
on
because
him.
my mic is in my crotch. I don't know. That's
If you guys,
Hope you got a big trunk because I'm putting my bike in it.
if you guys haven't heard Lance the whole time, it's because we had to switch his damn microphone over and cord. So I
you
tell,
weren't missing anything. It's fine.
Not at all.
since I do a podcast once every 6 months anymore, but I got like 15 fucking businesses I do. Speaking of being self-employed, but I DJ on the weekends too, and all this same equipment. Most of it I DJ with, and then like the thing is with this mixer, it's completely different settings for it to run through my speakers as it is to run back into the computer. I gotta. every
exactly
time.
what you said in the last podcast.
I did,
listened to.
and
It
that's
was the same
exactly.
fucking thing.
I've said this before, but every time it's a pain in the ass. So someday I'm going to be rich enough to, like I told you earlier, to own a separate computer for this and a separate computer to stay in my DJ bag, and that's the problem. That
I hope me being on this will skylight you to being
should.
rich.
I mean, we're going to get all kinds of sponsors now.
Yeah, we're taking off. We're going
Montana
to
Peterbilt.
Welcome to your first podcast sponsored by Henderson Trucking. No.
I got $20 if that's a good start. If anyone else would like to donate, we'll start a GoFundMe
Well,
page
for
in the
one,
morning.
Is it?
Since you already
Remember
said
that
yourself,
shirt that you had that said, "I'm
Oh,
not
20
gay,
bucks
but
is
20
$20.
bucks is 20 bucks."
since you're self-employed, and I mean you do business with public, and if you might as well plug your business of what you do. You're here. I mean, everybody knows you're a truck driver, but what do you haul other than ass?
Henderson Trucking.
Henderson
They'll haul
Trucking.
all your big
Wait,
loads.
I used to
We
do
will
your
cover-
ad on the radio. I
we'll
could probably
cover
just
all
recite it
your
for you.
Repeat that now. It's Phillips, not mine.
Lance Henderson Trucking. We'll cover all your hauling needs. We can haul in Canada, Mexico.
No, not anymore.
Henderson backhoe
That's not on their
We
ad
dig the
anymore.
High Line.
Again, that's Phillips.
It
Yeah,
made
that
me
was-
giggle
that's
because I did.
that's
I
Flash.
texted him one day because it was.
This is
we
only
can haul
Flickr.
all your big loads or something. It had something to do with big loads.
God,
and I'm
there's
like,
so many mother
I got a
jokes
big
for this
load
one.
You
for
wouldn't
you.
believe.
Yeah.
So when I worked in radio, there were so many times that like you'd secretly put it's a big load. Or the funny thing was when I used to do live remotes at Family Matters all the time, and I'd go in and I'd talk
love them
about
ones.
things, and we'd make sure we got like around. They got new bras in or whatever. And this is back when Tony was.
Just pick bras.
This is back when Tony was at it. But I'd purposely go, well, they got a big old rack here of. And Tony would giggle every time, and so it almost got to be a thing. Like, I dare you. I bet you can't say it 4 times. I'd walk in, and Tony would go, "Could you say big old rack 4 times?"
Yeah.
And I would, but yeah, exactly.
He's the tension and everything too.
Oh yeah,
It just made-
it's funny,
yeah.
man.
It's all in the hips.
I remember Johnny hitting
Like, meow.
one time. We were in the radio auction, and he's auctioning off that Adams asphalt, and he's
Your own
like,
asphalt.
"This is a great deal, and if you don't get this asphalt, it's your own asphalt." We all laughed, but our bosses
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
find it that funny.
It wasn't that funny
Yeah.
to him.
It was fucking
All right,
hilarious to
nothing
us, though.
else,
Sorry for partying.
Nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
Thanks, Matt, for the ice.
Damn, it's getting cold out. That's one thing, we fucking
Yeah.
live in Montarctica. Some people drink to get through the winter. Some people, what do we do around here?
I
haul
fucking
frozen
plow
cow shit
snow.
around.
Shane, yeah.
Wow, bitches.
Oh, you
Oh Jesus!
I plow snow.
Listen to her.
Cool story. You got time to tell it again?
Jeez.
I build jumps off my roof. That's fun. I did last year. Built a big snow jump off the roof. Matt was here. He tried to skateboard down it and fell
How'd that
miserably
go? Yeah.
on his face. We all crashed. It was definitely bound to happen, but
Yeah, it
was a lot of fun.
When you pushed me on that fucking sled and I landed right on that fucking ice.
so before we built.
Can they even hear Matt?
No, Matt, we can't
Thank
hear you. You don't
God.
have a mic.
This is perfect.
And I don't even think I have another one I can plug in either for you.
It's fine.
Go lay down.
I do have one I can bring back. Yeah, so
Get my shitty old mic.
this one works good. I told Matt, I go, I'm gonna give you a shove off here. You gotta get some. Like, I don't know if you might be too big to clear the gap. I gotta push you off.
Call him fat.
Well, I pushed him a little bit, and it sent him right out of the track. And well, the day before, the reason I shoveled the roof and built this big thing was because the roof was like it had so much ice and snow on it. Well, then we chipped all the ice off it. He shot sideways and just landed right on the ice pile. Just really fell off the roof, and
Felt like his gay antics. were
he's a
normal.
great crash test dummy. Like,
Dude, it fucking sucked. He wasn't like a little shove. It was like he pushed me all the way down and then he fucking literally pushed me all the way to the left. And then he stops. And I literally landed like straight off the rope right on the fucking ice.
Well,
Well-
you're a big guy. You wanted to get.
Listen,
you know,
You got
Yeah,
time to
shove
tell
you a
the
bit.
story again?
he acts like I really shoved him, and I'm 160 pounds, and he's 260 pounds. I mean, I
That
don't know,
was
like
a fat joke.
I really think Rhodes is giving himself a lot of
Yeah, he's
extra
giving
credit at
himself 30 on
160.
160. It is
165 probably is
Yeah,
more like it.
yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
Take cock out of there. He's 160.
120. Take the yeah.
160 pounds. Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
With
I bet
a
I step
whole
on the
suit
scale. I bet I step
soaking
on the
wet.
scale right now, buck naked. I'm 162. I bet.
I'm not gonna watch this.
I would
but
like to see this.
Take a picture.
All right, we got to pause the podcast so I can go inside.
I feel
Let's
like he's
get out
gonna
that
take
fucking
a calculator,
scale.
write 162 and set it
No,
on
I'm
the
not even kidding.
calculator.
Not even kidding. I used to, man. I went through high school as like the smallest kid in
You
the high
wrestled
school.
at 64 pounds, didn't you, in high school?
Yeah, pretty close. No, I had to. My freshman year, I had to eat to make the
This
minimum
motherfucker's
to
got
wrestle
trophies
98.
because he wrestled in a class that he was the only weight
Smallest
in it.
guy. Won
He
state
made
one
the
time.
class.
He was
that
the
year.
only one in.
Four-time
One
state
state one
champ at
time at
91.
fucking. One state one time in Bozeman at 5th grade at 55 pounds, and I'd wrestled all year long up until then. Get up to state, there wasn't nobody there for me to wrestle because I don't remember if it was a blizzard or not, but I was the smallest guy.
Really scared of you.
Nobody showed
Wow.
up.
He melted the snow with his
How old
ginger
were you
ale.
then?
5th grade.
Fifth
Whatever,
grade.
yeah,
you
55 pounds. Yep.
Wow.
So I was pretty little. I was a tiny dude.
10 pounds a year, so what are we up to now?
Yeah, no, I remember I weighed about, when I walked in my freshman year, didn't have any hair under my arms, and I weighed 79 pounds. And I had to eat to make
What
the
do
minimum.
you think there? Under your arms gains you weight or what?
It did a bit when I turned a sophomore. I actually had to diet a little bit.
Recently, his balls dropped. He sat on one on Tuesday.
No, that was my toilet seat. I said, no, I'm just kidding. Lance, quit trying to throw me under the bus for things that you did.
You're getting older, man.
Yeah.
They're going to start sagging.
We went down to
I tell you what, I feel the old. I mean, like, I rode
can't drink
motocross
like I
for
used to.
years, and I've always been pretty fucking outgoing on the shit I do, like smash my body and get up and repeat. I've broke 13 bones, and I tell you what,
Okay, Travis Pastrana.
I sure feel him now. Travis Pastrana's younger than me. Fuck him. He copied me.
He's-
no, I'm
Oh
just,
yeah, absolutely no joke. Like I fucking get out of bed in the morning, and it's not that it hurts to get out of bed, but shit pops and bangs. It ain't supposed to pop and bang when I get out of bed. My back, my neck, my knees.
I tell you, one of the worst for me is after I bartend all weekend long, and then I get up on Sunday. Man, my legs just flat don't even want to work. They hurt. And that sounds stupid,
Walking
but
around.
you're up on your
Yeah,
feet.
yeah.
You're up running back and
Yep.
forth all day, or I mean all night for
It's
9 hours
actually
a shift or whatever it is, and
strenuous job.
and you're sweating the whole time if you're busy, which is Friday, Saturday. I normally am, but when I wake up, I'm not even kidding. I'm fucking hurting, man. Like,
Get this shit. Sean wakes up. My little brother Sean wakes up Thanksgiving Day. Decides he's gonna go fucking run a 5-mile fucking
5K.
foot race. Yeah. Like, hey, let's
race.
go on this jogging expedition.
I still run a little bit. Not when it's cold out like this, but all summer long I ran 3 times a week. or
Unless
whatever,
it's
you
a
know,
husband or a bear, I ain't
But
running.
my biggest thing, I've always been where I wanted to get my workouts in a more fun way of skateboarding or running. Yeah, that's funny.
See, do you like what her and Mike said when he bartended a little bit? The shoes. Get better shoes when you're bartending.
Lunch
Mike
lady
Penny
feel
can't wear
better,
high
you know
heels
what I
anymore
mean?
when he's bartending.
I do. Well, I mean, I wear good, expensive, but that is it. Like if I wear, so I love my Chuck Taylor Converse shoes, but they're the worst shoe in the
Yeah.
world to bartend because they're so
Yeah.
flat soled. Man, that's one of them I can't fucking walk.
last
I
time
need
I
a
bought-
good orthopedic lunch lady shoe like that.
I need to buy those. I need to buy those shoes that our local pharmacist wears with the little springs in the
Yeah.
heels. That's what I should be
Ziggy
bouncing
and his
around with.
Last time I
Yes.
bought shoes, I bought running shoes because I'm like,
yeah,
it'd be a little better. But I'll tell you what, there's no traction in the snow. It snowed just a little bit. I'm like, I'm gonna bust my ass.
You should take them running shoes and run to your mailbox every day and pick up your mail.
That's a long run and there's no mail.
You should take that mouth and suck my. Never mind.
Ah,
Yeah, even a night out of drinking in cowboy boots makes my back hurt last the night before.
does anybody like? Am I the only one that if I go drinking real hard, some days I wake up and my knees hurt? Like,
Yeah.
not that you
Man.
fucking fuck. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, I'm not kidding. Like seriously, I wake up, and my legs hurt. Like I was.
It's from just too much standing around.
Standing
and
around.
Must
and
be.
then
Yeah.
You deprived yourself of fucking
Water.
And
Shane, did you shut your mic off again?
No.
Oh, talk into it then. Huh?
Yeah, you did.
No.
Talking to it like it's Matt's horn.
Here, I'll turn yours back up a little more.
Crank it up, fucker.
I'm getting a little
Got it?
rattle through my headphones. I'm
Get older,
going to
it
pause this
hurts,
real
so
quick.
it's
I'm going to see what
Oh,
this is.
man.
All right, I think I got it fixed, guys. Sorry about that. Like I said,
Shane was trying to eat his mic like a cupcake, so we got that figured out.
yeah.
I know how to handle a mic. I like karaoke.
Mic or a cupcake?
Who's Mike?
I know how to handle a man.
Prison out of this.
What?
It's all going
Why
south.
does everybody make it weird?
Shane loves karaoke. Shane loves karaoke like he's an Asian. Oh, that's a racist joke.
Travis. Travis was.
Whoa.
Wow.
Travis was struggling with his soundboard here.
It was yeah. Like I said, everything's. I wasn't some fuzz to it. I think part of it. it's actually a pretty nice setup when it's not tossed around from one place to the next all the time. That's the problem. I need.
Like guys.
I need.
Reminds me of a woman I once knew.
Damn it, I got so many.
What do you mean once?
Leave your mother out of this.
Once.
You're married to her and I can't say.
Gee whiz.
Wow.
These are jokes, people. They're jokes. It's complete jokes.
Partially.
So what's the best concert you guys ever been to?
Randy Rhoads.
And the Highline Country Band?
Yep.
That's a pretty good one.
I agree.
You
Best
were-
music video
You
I've
were
ever seen was
surely
Queen.
not old enough to
Honeydew
see
Weekend.
that.
Yeah,
His Honeydew Weekend video is fucking epic. I don't
yeah.
care.
I'm a little partial to it too.
When I finally seen that you posted that somewhere, I'm like, I couldn't.
I
didn't
rock
know
it
there
all
was
the
a
time,
video.
dude. No joke. It's probably on the top 10 of my YouTube.
I tell you what,
Can't buy it on iTunes, so that's disappointing.
yeah,
Best concert.
I enjoy the shit out of it.
The best concert I ever went to would have been the Blind Side, Exhibit, Mudvayne, and Linkin Park concert in 03 in Billings. And I didn't really care for Exhibit. Blind Side was cool. Linkin Park was all right. But Mudvayne, by far, to this day, has been the loudest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It
sometimes
was-
loud doesn't make the concert better though.
But it wasn't like a high pitch
Yeah.
shine down
Just because
loud.
she's screaming doesn't mean
Don't
she's
get me
good.
wrong. Shane and I just went to Godsmack
was-
and Shinedown, and Godsmack crushed. But whoever Shinedown's sound guy was, like,
That'll make a hell of a difference.
it was so like loud and kind of tinny.
Yeah.
And I guess part of it, they had this fucking bomb going off next to our head every time. Like, I mean, you know, like when the fireworks let everybody know in town that they're setting that thing off when to let everybody know the big huge boom. They're shooting those off in the Metra, and we're sitting pretty close to where it would go off, and it was pretty random when it would actually hit. So we're like,
it first started like the end of the song. The
PTSD
drummer hit
was-
the drums. You know, the drummer
Yeah.
just boom hit the drums, and that thing go poof.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden
that's
it
fine
just
if
starts.
it's- yeah.
but I'm telling you, it would still ring your ear.
Random.
Yeah.
It became
Just start-
sporadic throughout songs.
And Shinedown was
somebody's
touchdown
fucking up
every
there.
time.
There, that's
Shinedown was
odd.
so like they're a very
Shinedown's
talented
good,
band.
yeah.
Ridiculous. Like they weren't. You could tell they were doing their job, but it was so
The sound got
loud and
fucked
so
up.
high pitched and tinny that it finally. I walked outside into the smoker area and I go, God, it finally sounds good out here. And everybody went, yeah, and like I wasn't the only one feeling that.
I
So
went to Luke Bryan with Shane, and he was super jacked about Luke Bryan at one point.
Who?
I seen Theory
I'm
of
sure he
a Dead
was.
Man.
hey, we both went to Garth Brooks and cried.
Seen Theory of a Dead
Garth
Man at
Brooks
the
is a
Shrine,
stud.
and we left
We were
because the
hunting,
fucking the
fishing,
sound
That
man
one did
fucked
suck.
him.
I was
too.
at that one too.
And I've heard other people say they're great in concert.
That's what
But
Carol
at the
said
Shrine,
too.
they sucked.
Yep.
And I think it was all the sound.
See, Carol told me that
It
too.
was you couldn't hear them half the time. The music was too loud, and I mean it was.
She was so pumped to go
It
to
was
Theory of a
terrible.
Dead Man when they came to Rock and the Rivers. And I'm like, I could give a shit. They sucked at the Shrine.
At the Shrine, yeah, we
They-
left.
and that was the one I was there too.
yeah. But I mean, you couldn't hear the guy half the time.
No,
there.
it was bad.
I think one of the most fun bands I've ever seen, though,
Finger Death Punch.
Blackstone Cherry.
They're phenomenal live.
They're an awesome band.
Blackstone Cherry
But-
and Jackal live. Are
Talk about a
just
band, yeah, and
crush.
Jekyll, but that gets the whole crowd involved and just gets you like they want to be there. They love
Yeah,
what they do.
Never seen either one, but I always wanted to see Blackstone.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
Blackstone
they're-
Cherry is up on the top of how good.
Well,
Another
we're-
one right along that same line is Blackberry Smoke. That guy is one of the best live guitar players
his
I've
music.
ever seen in my entire life. That lead singer plays all the good guitar through that, like all the heavy, cool stuff.
Blackberry Smoke.
Yeah, they're kind
I
of a
got
country,
nothing on it, yeah.
southern
Never even
rockish,
heard of
but
them.
they're awesome. You'd like them, I bet.
They're almost along the lines of
Kind of
Cross Canadian Ragweed, but
ish.
just a little
nice.
bit heavier rockabilly, more.
And they,
rockabilly to it, I don't
but
know.
this guy, he
No
played
twang,
probably
but-
11 to 15 different guitars that night, and
No
just
George
like
Strait.
Oh wow.
stage presence and just shred like. To me, I understand playing and singing, you know, but for this guy to be able to shred that well and sing at the same time is just. I was mind blown by it. I'm going, this guy's. I knew that, and everybody I'd already talked to before. It'd been a while before I went to see him, but everybody I'd talked to said, if you think they're good over their album, they are better live, and that's one of those bands they really were. Same with Blackstone Cherry. Blackstone Cherry crushes live.
Oh,
Just-
by far.
And
such-
I'm not into that music, and I like them.
Yeah.
Like
You
that's
know,
not my scene. but
One
I
that
like 'em.
surprised me, and I wasn't even into them when I see them. But there's a reason they headlined it was Nickelback. I don't know if you guys were there or not, but I mean,
I'm not a fan, but they are
They were in
talented.
Billings, and I mean, they're.
I'm not a fan because my friends would make fun of me for liking
no,
Nickelback.
That's
but
what I thought.
No, I
but I
like-
mean, there's a reason they headlined that concert in
They're
Billings.
studs.
They were flat impressive.
They're very
I mean,
well.
They were,
musician. They're good. Like,
yeah, they were good.
Like they all click. They all get.
I mean, they're
get it on
Canadian.
stage.
they're one of those bands that got so overplayed that
Yeah,
people.
and that's what it was.
hate 'em.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought when I see them. I'm like, who cares? You know,
People
They
have
were-
reasons that they say Chad's
They
a
were
douche
there
or
with
whatever
like
it is, but
Breaking Benjamin and those guys, and I'm like, that's who I want to see.
we even remember like
and then
Linkin Park got so huge, or not Linkin Park, but Limp Bizkit got so huge that everybody hated them. For a
Yeah.
while, you know, and like now I still throw an old Limp Bizkit CD on. I still like them.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit.
I still like Limp
I
Bizkit.
still-
I don't
yeah.
give a shit. They were talented, and the year that I graduated, that was the band. And, like that was the
yeah.
fucking
Yep.
shit. That Chocolate Starfish album
Yep.
came out.
Chocolate Starfish, the hot
Yeah,
dog flavored
and
water.
that was phenomenal. Then
Same difference. Shane.
Yep.
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
Lance is arguing off mic over here with Shane. I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
5-finger death punch.
Yeah. You hate them because everyone argues about it.
I-
It's
only-
the same deal.
I've never cared for them. I have never cared for their music.
being really nice about this.
I get it. They
He
have
likes
a
a 5-finger butt punch.
they have a
Like,
pile of
Minivan,
fucking
2 in the
songs.
front,
I tell you
5 in the
what,
back.
They have a pile of fucking songs that they like or that everybody
Some of them
likes.
aren't
and-
bad. A lot of them are too. They're
But
too much. For
I'll
me.
also say though that they're one of those bands that are also better live. They're,
Oh, I don't
I've seen them.
doubt it.
I've seen them 3
I don't
times
doubt
live,
They're hard, though.
and each time that they've been live, they put on one hell of a show.
I'm
And
sure.
every time they've picked like parents that will bring their kids to the concert, they've picked somebody out of the crowd and go get these little kids on stage, brought them up, let them sit with the drummer, and then at the end of that song he goes, "All right, every one of you motherfuckers
Why
has
are you
got
bringing
to."
your fucking kids to
Oh,
this
I know,
show,
but
don't you?
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, yeah.
And
He
maybe-
goes, every one of these every one of you motherfuckers that got $1 in your pocket, let's send these kids to college. And the whole crowd starts throwing money at the stage. And every time they've sent each one of those kids home with a great big grocery bag full of money. And like that alone, just to
Yeah.
even take that 10 minutes out of the concert to do that,
Well, they're-
makes me respect the shit out of you.
Yeah.
You know, and whether I like all their music or not,
No.
it's not. There's a lot of it.
I
There's
don't
some of it
mind.
I don't like. Some of it I
Some
do.
songs are good. Some
hate
are
it every night.
some are too much.
I just think a lot of it gets repetitive, but I don't know.
Well, it's
but then again,
too commercial rock or arena
hard,
rock-ish.
though.
Like
then again,
Some of
maybe
it's too heavy for
maybe-
me, really. And
maybe
I
it's
like
one of
heavy,
them
but it's
deals
too
like
much.
it's just like the band Hinder. Okay, so all I ever known of Hinder was they just seemed like something that was modeled towards a prima donna teeny bopper. We want
Yeah.
to be rock stars, but our music sucks.
Bam Margera.
And then I saw Hinder live in concert. And
Yeah.
before the
I
concert,
actually got to meet him. Yeah.
before the
Great.
concert, I was talking to the lead singer, and he's like, "Dude," I was like, "Your band, I actually do not like your music. It pretty much sucks." And he's like, "You've just heard what they play on the radio."
Yep, you've
And I'm
heard
like,
mainstream stuff. Yeah.
Yep. And then they started playing, and they played the concert.
That song would play over and fucking
They
over.
played their concert.
Yeah.
and
So much that a country guy even remade it. You know, like
I have a newfound respect for them. I was like, "Holy fuck, these guys are fucking rock. They're not."
They
they're
did
not
shred.
No,
Shit.
they're
same
good.
as like
They're-
Pop Evil. Pop Evil is too commercial rock. If you heard them on like 96.3 or whatever they were played on, you're like, that sounds like they're just like they literally went and go, how can I model myself to be a rock star? And they did exactly that.
Yep. And he
But
made it.
live, they crushed. Once
Yeah.
again, that like
It
to me,
is
I
a-
understand what it takes to get in a groove with a band. It takes a lot of fucking work to be good at it.
And
To even put a
Evil
few
has
songs out, but
so many catchy songs.
Oh,
I
they
mean,
do.
you hear some of that, and you're like, the next day you're
well, that's the problem.
chanting it. It's
You,
yeah.
you kill yourself by being too good.
Yeah.
Like I mean, that's literally that's what I would say Nickelback did to themselves. They had
Pop
hit
radio
after
does.
hit after hit
Yeah.
after hit,
and yeah, pop radio,
and then it
kills
gets
shit like
overplayed,
that.
overplayed,
Yeah.
over. Oh,
Yep.
That's-
Too
And I'm
the
done with
jukebox at the bar.
much KRYK.
The worst part about working at the bar, and the reason I think I like
Oh,
so many
boy.
underground bands and songs, is because I work at the bar, and anything that comes out that's good gets ridiculously
Oh, yeah.
overplayed,
Just beat to death.
and then I
Yeah.
hate it.
You know what the other thing too, like with Nickelback, all we ever heard was all that same shit on the
Yeah,
radio all the time.
exactly.
But you dig into their albums and start listening to them,
Look at
they got some
James
fucking
Photograph.
flat metal in there. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm like a country guy though, so I don't.
I like old country. I like
I
new
don't.
country.
I love
like-
old country.
I literally like almost every style
I
of
like-
music
I-
except for most new rap. I can't stand mumble rap.
That's the way I am.
Ooh.
I'll listen
yeah.
to it if I have to in the bar because I'm already in the.
I
bar.
asked my
I
brother-
listen to anything, but yeah, new rap is just.
I asked my
don't
brother
get it.
Sean-
I don't.
That
I don't
shit drives me
understand it.
crazy.
I asked my brother Sean, I said, "What any topics you and your buddies want to hear that?" And he goes, "Mumble rap. Talk about it." And I don't listen to a lot of
See,
rap.
what's that?
I don't know,
have
But
no
like
idea.
that new rap,
What is
Something
mumble
up,
rap?
let's
I have
listen to
no
it for a
idea.
Six,
Yeah.
nine, whatever. I see a
Yeah.
bunch of tattooed
But
face guys going
the,
to
the
jail.
problem to me,
Shit,
yeah,
I
the
don't
problem to
know
me is a lot of them are making their name just by dyeing their hair crazy, fucking up their teeth, and putting on a shit ton of tattoos to get Instagram followers first. And to me, it's not their talent that's getting them the
No, it's
thing.
the social media following.
And I get like anybody can mumble over a beat, and some of them do have some. But what drives me crazy is when they make a rap that doesn't rhyme a new word. It rhymes the same word over and over and over, and it's. And I understand. I'm probably sounding old, just like my parents probably did to me. My
We're all on the
parents
same
would
page.
say Bob Seger back in the day, and as a kid, well, here's one. I got Columbia House Records when you pay the $10 to get, or 99 cents to get 10 records.
That's how they got you.
As a kid, my mom's like, we should sign you up for it. Well, I only knew like 4 bands at the time, so I got like, I can't even remember, I got like Sir Mix-a-Lot and like the few bands that I knew. The ones that I wanted to hear, the 311 I think I had, and Metallica or whatever it was.
You got the collection of the Eagles.
My mom bought that.
You're not wrong with that.
She bought
At the
that
time, that shit was overplayed to me because that's what my mom would play in the car, and it would drive me nuts. So my mom orders me. There's like the Eagles, Bob Seger, like Journey, and a bunch of these. At the time, I was like, why'd she give me
Wham.
these? I couldn't stand it. And now that I'm older, I'm like, that's great fucking music.
Mom, why did
See,
you
at my
fucking
age,
buy
I
me
was
Vanilla
ordering
Ice?
Chumbawamba.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much what it
No
was.
joke. I was ordering Chumbawamba the same way.
Yeah.
It's still great. I can still listen to
Fuck yeah.
Chumbawamba.
Well, and but that's what I'm saying is like,
Era.
I probably sound like that to
Not
people that
calling
actually.
you guys old, but-
There probably is something about mumble rap that people enjoy
don't
or
know.
get the.
I don't even know.
For
what it
one,
is.
I'm not
That's
from the
thing I've
ghetto.
never
Like
heard.
I'm not from where mumble rap comes from. So
Yes, you are. You're from
I
the
don't.
ghetto.
I'm not from the ghetto.
Well, I mean, I don't. It's just not my lifestyle, and that's
No,
why I
you grew
don't.
up that way. Your dad's a countryman.
Yeah, I grew up sitting on the stage with my dad playing country music.
Yeah, and
You
he
got to
was
talk into your
fucking
mic
good.
closer, Lance.
If I'm
It's
going to
pointed at
listen to
Brett.
rap, though, I'll listen to Yellow Wolf all day.
Yeah.
That dude's a fucking animal.
Yep.
But
Not bad.
I'm not gonna.
No, I like Yellow Wolf. He's pretty good.
I'm not gonna listen to somebody who just goes. Give
Give me some Snoop. Give me some Dre.
Yeah.
Give me that the old
the
school rap.
the old Chronic album
Yeah.
and shit like that.
That
Chronic
stuff's hard to beat.
2000,
I
like
give you
when-
the new Biggie, but
Doggy Style.
Biggie, yeah.
I like when people actually took pride in how good they actually rapped, and they weren't just trying to make a club beat.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Em's
part of the
still
deal.
the king.
He is by far, and he's proved that over and over. But I think part of the deal with like mumble rap is it's club rap. It's what gets girls to sit and booty shake, and it's a
Well,
simple ass beat.
you just gotta play a
It's
beat, and then
well,
you
it's
go
a simple
wild.
beat.
You don't even
Well, I know,
need
and
the
then
words.
you got a guy that goes panda, panda, panda.
But the other
panda,
thing,
panda,
too, is-
panda. And that's all it is.
It's what everybody wants to hear. It's just like, what does every fucking country kid want to hear nowadays? They want to hear Florida Georgia Line. They want to hear Luke Bryan. They don't want to hear George Strait, George Jones, Garth Brooks, Waylon
Be
Jennings.
some fucking John
half those
Party,
people are
some
dead,
fucking
that's why.
old school but new at the same
But you know,
time.
they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear country. They want to hear something that's
That ain't country, man.
Shooter Jennings, Sturgill Simpson's a beast.
Clint Black.
There's a few of them.
There's
Clint
very
Black's
rare
a simp.
people that are making
Yeah.
new country.
Sammy
that is
Kershaw's
anything
my
even
man.
close to the old.
Yep.
Like Shooter Jennings still makes the old, but everybody now it's a lot of the new country's like almost a rap sort of stuff to it.
I'll tell you what, I was
Southmont.
I've been doing the
Rap.
the announcing at the fair for the thing. So you go back and you visit with him. What do you want me to say? Sammy Kershaw's more dirty minded than Shane is.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm
really?
not even kidding. Like he would, every girl
His
that walked by, he'd be
band
like
was
that,
fucking hammered.
blah 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 blah, blah. Like saying the shit he'd do to her, and I was like, my friends are pretty vulgar, but wow,
He's your friend.
yeah, I know. That's what. Well,
that's wild.
And he's
most
got
of
the
the time.
money to back
whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa, pump the brakes.
That's a
pump the
great
brakes.
assault
the
comment,
brakes.
please.
I got friends.
Matt,
if you need a guy, I'll call a guy for you.
we'll
Got
pay
your
him.
back, Shane.
Sorry,
Yeah.
there.
I bet you do.
Either way, they
was
both
a
can't
gay
fight out of a
joke.
wet paper bag. They look big and scary though. They'll win most of their fights
That
by
ain't
looking
good.
fucking mean and tough. He doesn't. Most times Shane don't even have to throw a punch because he
Except
looks
that
like a
time he hit a
burly
brick.
mean dude. Yeah.
Usually he pisses down his own leg and they slip in it.
Pretty cold out. A brick got him that time.
Takes his hat off and everybody's like, oh shit, he's carrying a blade.
What is your beer?
I take my hat off and they're like, we're gonna fight an old man.
So what time do you gotta be back to the nursing home?
It's a win in these situations. Either you beat up an old man or you got your ass kicked by an old man.
Yeah.
Nobody heard what Matt
I
said.
ain't scared of either of them.
He said you either beat up an old man or you get your ass kicked by an old man. Either way, it doesn't. The thing is like we're not that old, but
Lose.
there's a point that old man strength is a different. Like I don't know if your muscle tissue gets harder or you learn how to hit whatever it is, but I've seen a lot of old men be able to whoop some ass on some young puck trying to talk shit that thought he was
It's their
tough.
last hoorah, and they gave it all.
Could be it. I don't know.
Much.
That's his next year for you.
Shane's frowning over here now. He's going to get mad and fight us because we talked about it. No, I'm-
It's because
No.
Travis only knows how to wrestle. He can't stand up and bang with anybody. He's
Fuck.
scared.
I was
Did you
fucking.
hear that shit, Chad?
Yeah, that's funny.
He said he stood up.
Man, you know what's awesome is when you go to that fucking punching bag in the Mint, and everybody that thinks they're tough walks up and hits it, and you go, there you go. It's because you got to learn how to throw a punch. Like you literally have to.
The old peanut gallery strikes.
And the
again back
the
there.
only reason I don't throw a punch
Standing there,
is because when I fight Shane, his brother goes, "Don't hit him."
Or Carrie walks in.
Yeah.
That's my baby. Oh, it's not.
No, that's not Shane. That's wrong. Yeah.
She talks about Dylan.
No,
Terry does.
I'm not. I'm that Zen guy. I'd rather talk.
You'll
him
never
down.
win a fight. You're gonna lose one way or another. It doesn't matter.
I don't want to win. a
Yeah,
fight.
even if
Just
you
hit
beat
me.
somebody's ass, you feel like shit the next day.
No, it doesn't matter.
I've never won one, so I don't know the opportunity of winning that. So
Anymore, the cops are gonna show up at your door
Yeah,
too.
I'm
You're gonna-
It
you're gonna
doesn't
lose,
matter.
You know, yeah.
let's
you
get
go to jail or
headbutted, huh,
something.
Shane? Thanks for the backup. on that
Oh,
one.
yeah, I turned my head for a minute and dude headbutts.
I
you.
heard about that. He didn't want to talk to you that night.
I wanted to settle it, and he did not want to. So he.
What were you settling? You thumping his
this-
old.
we're not gonna
Never
go
mind.
into
I
this
really would guess
conversation.
that's the quickest way to settle it. Something headbutt somebody.
Apparently worked, didn't it?
Just get it over with.
I'd do it again. He didn't settle shit.
I'd do it
Worst thing is
again,
to
he says.
Headbutt somebody and their head stronger than yours, and that's what happened to me.
I just had a
Yeah.
bloody nose, and then I hit a deer and hit a stump shortly after that.
You did.
With your fists?
Yes, I killed a deer with my bare hands.
Was this in your dream?
Oh,
Oh, we're going to
This
dreams
was in
now.
a-
We're going down
this
the
is in-
list.
This is
Oh,
in a
oh.
white
Well, see, if you're good at
GMC.
podcasting, you don't mention the
Oh my
list. That was a
God.
perfect segue, and you fucked it up.
No, I-
But
Yes,
I
yes,
needed-
we're going to go off the
Let's-
list
I
of
needed a
dreams.
way out of the situation.
Yeah, I know you
Lance
did.
is like, "What's a Segway?"
Yeah.
It's one of those things you
Like,
ride,
you ride
around
on
the
those
street,
Segways.
dude.
Leave
It's
Mary
like-
out of this.
Lance was not
Jesus.
dreaming when that happened. Well, yeah, he might have been. But
Seen stars, anyway.
speaking of dreams,
Have you ever had a dream? Sorry to interrupt. Where you wake up and you hurt, like, in your dream, your significant other cheated on you and you wake up mad? Or you like
never
you wake
cheated
up
on
like,
myself.
well, no, yeah, I get it. I guess
I wake up and I'm like, fucking accidentally hit that bitch. Like, oh, sorry.
no,
Quit hitting your dog,
well, I haven't
dude.
had that dream. But I did.
if only Matt had a mic back there. Would we go?
It wasn't too long ago, probably about a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago.
Or a day ago.
Amanda wakes me up and she's like, "What are you laughing at?" And Titus is standing in my room and Titus is going, "Dad, why are you laughing?" I was apparently just flat fucking belly laughing hysterically
That's a lot of laughing.
in my dream about
Semen
Brett.
girl.
I'm dreaming about bread.
Apparently,
Of course you are.
I
Walks
don't
like this, why wouldn't you?
I don't remember exactly what I think we're
Amanda was like, "Me too."
We're obviously hunting. There was no reason for us to be standing out on bow
He
shot.
doesn't hunt.
And we're
This is the
standing,
fucking story.
and I don't know what the exactly took place, but
Why is your mic so
Brett fell.
Loud.
Because
And,
that's what I do.
quiet? His mic's
it
just
happens.
quiet
And
for
when-
some reason.
and when Brett fell, it was like on Tommy Boy where he just starts rolling, or is it
Just keeps falling down.
not
the
Tommy
hill.
Boy, but Black Sheep? He just keeps falling
falling down the
The
hill.
shed falls off.
And
the
I'm just fucking rolling, laughing. Woke my wife and kid up.
Are you guys
And
all in one? Like, are you not?
no, Titus was in his room.
You're a divided family.
He come in.
He's
to-
probably having flashbacks from when I laugh at him rolling down a hill when we rode dirt bikes
He
because this
come
happened a
into my
lot.
room.
Hey,
But
Larry,
yeah.
what are you doing down there?
So yeah, I was dreaming.
Loop
about
out, what are you
Brett
doing?
hunting. Well, and then here's the other day.
Captain Morgan.
I've been listening to this band Fozzy a lot. They're pretty
They
fucking
wear
badass.
sweatpants, right?
No.
It's fucking Chris Jericho from WWE's band is who it is.
They're
But they are pretty good.
pretty fucking
I'll give him
badass.
that. He's better at that than being a fake wrestler, I guess. I don't
So
know.
been
I
listening.
made more money being a fake wrestler.
That's a lot of
though.
money.
Listening to Fozzy
Decent.
quite a bit.
There's a reason people quit the UFC to go fucking fake wrestling.
Yeah.
I call Travis the next day because Travis is in my dream on this one. And I was like, "Hey, did you have fun last night?" He's like, not really. I didn't really do much." And I was like, "Oh, really?" Because in my dream, you had a fucking blast. And he's like, "What?" "Oh, yeah, we just got off of some fucking weird world tour with Fozzy. And I don't know exactly what we did, but we were the go-to guys for the
Each other.
band Fozzy. I don't know.
You're damn right we were. No,
It was fun, apparently, in my dream.
Groupies.
Carol woke up this morning and said that we went to Zortman in her dream, and for some reason we had to give one of the Kardashian sisters a ride home. And she said, out of the blue, I just started going at it with her, and she's like, I didn't even get mad. I was just heartbroken. I'm like,
Come on in. I was waving you in the whole
no, yeah, no, I didn't. I was like, for one, I despise the fame of those people. You know, like
But I'd fuck her.
I'm sure you would.
You would too.
You'd do Oprah too, just because of her fame, but I wouldn't. I'm a faithful man, Lance. I don't,
Ha!
what are you laughing at?
How'd that work out for you, Matt?
Yeah,
You faithful bastard.
Fuck, I ain't faithful. Fuck that.
I am faithful, Lance. It's all like we look like we just flatlined like a heart attack when Matt starts talking back there. Nobody hears it. Sorry for everybody driving in their cars listening to this when you do or wherever you're at. And
Don't listen.
you know, like I said, I need more practice, more than
Actually, I'm glad they can't hear Matt.
more than
They're
no
lucky.
shit.
You lucky bastards.
More than
You
once
lucky
every 6 months.
bastards.
I'd like to do these podcasts a little more often, but
We could do this every.
sure. Like,
doesn't do it.
what do you guys saying? I mean, like this is your first one. It ain't
I'd
near as
do
bad
this.
as I suppose you
I
expected it to
can't
be.
do this every Thursday, but we could do it a different night of the
Let-
week.
Mike said the same thing when he was in here. He's like, I was really nervous to start it out, but he goes, once you start, then
Yeah, I was
you're just
nervous too.
bullshitting.
Well,
Just,
it's
Yeah.
weird for
I'm
That's what it
me.
is.
so
That's all
vulgar
it
that I
is.
can't be
to
on
me,
air.
I'm bullshitting just like you would be sitting at the bar. You
You've
know,
been sitting at the mint for 4 hours before
like,
this.
I like
Hey,
it.
well, not 4 hours.
I like this
Don't judge
because
me.
it's just
3
like
and a half, sorry.
we're sitting at the bar drinking, telling stories,
all it
talking
is,
shit
yeah.
to each other. But
It's really
the other
fun
thing,
till 9,
the only
yeah.
thing that bothers me is like you get fellas like Brett and I who, you know, we got the voice for radio but the face for TV, and here we are on a podcast. It's still cool though. We like it.
I was waiting for the fucking.
God,
Larry.
that's,
Why would you throw me under the bus
Hey,
with you?
give me the drums on that one.
that's
Back it
funny.
up.
Yeah,
Back it
it
up.
is-
No, that's fine. This is,
I had one lined up for him too that was
It's
fucking
all right.
perfect, but I'm too
We
late
need
for
to.
it.
You need to.
I'm too
record
late
a
for
loop
it.
out Larry sound when he's all drunk trying to fight.
The loop out Larry sound.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Can we?
How
pause
about this
for
one's
that?
perfect for Larry?
You're ugly.
Don't
Anyway,
talk to your
I guess we'll pause it. These guys want to pause real quick, and smokers got to smoke, you know.
Yeah, Larry.
Hey, we're back. We took a small little break real quick. We got it's not a super old heater, but there's the little flame sensor in it. Every year about this time gets dirty in my house, and I got to go fucking clean it off with a $1 bill, yeah, and make her work. Well, anyway, that's Carol just called, and she's like, it's getting pretty fucking cold in here, and yeah,
Make some tacos. Warm it up.
yeah. Well, it's a shame to say, you know, that's those BTUs, those British thermal units.
Yeah,
Do you know what a BTU is?
a British thermal unit.
Yeah, but do you know what it actually is?
It's a measurement of heat.
Yeah, do you know what the actual measurement is?
Titties.
About that long.
It's how long it would take, and I might say this wrong now because I've had a couple beers, but it's how long it would take to heat 1 pound of water, or it's how much power it
pound
takes.
of water?
1 pound of
That's not
water.
a measurement.
No, listen, 1 pound of water, 1 degree.
It's not a measurement. 1 pound of water is not a measurement.
How long it takes to heat up 1 pound of water up 1 degree, or how much energy
Where-
it takes to heat 1 pound of water 1 degree
When did
is a
1 pound
BTU.
of water become a
I think
measurement?
you're just making this
No,
shit
I'm
up.
not.
now.
All right, I'm googling it now.
You're making this
That's
shit up.
bullshit. 1 pound of water is not a measurement.
How is that not a measurement anyway?
Maybe it's 1 gallon.
It's got
Ma-
pound of water is still a
clearly,
measurement.
yeah, you
Yeah,
weigh it
it's a
out.
A pound of water,
I understand that. But has anyone
still
ever...
a measurement.
Well, yeah, you're right. But that's not a real...
Fucking know I'm right.
Okay, Brett.
I'm exactly right. So fuck you guys. Specifically, it is the amount of energy needed to raise 1 pound of water 1 degree Fahrenheit at sea level.
So how many ounces is 1
Boom,
pound of water?
bitches. Yeah, Bill Nye
That's
the
it.
Science
Give
guy
me
here.
1 pound
Fight
of
me.
water in
No,
ounces, please.
How
just
much
a
is
weird-
1 pound of water? That is a weird way to weigh it, isn't it?
Yeah, in ounces. I'm not saying it's not a measurement. I did.
How
What is a
much
pound of water in
Now,
ounces?
now I'm backpedaling.
is 1 pound?
Is it 6 ounces?
You're gonna get a
5.37.
measurement back in ounces.
That's
like,
fine.
Like not the fluid ounces,
All right.
like weight of ounces.
Here's the reason we're all here's the reason we're all mentally challenged. Because if you guys didn't know, a pint is 16 ounces, and what is 16 ounces? That's a fucking pound. So it's a pint glass.
Pint glass.
You would think all of us barflies would. No.
Well, how the fuck was I supposed to know?
16 ounces is a
Holy
pound.
shit, I drink
Okay,
a lot
but
of pounds of beers.
I drank a
16
few.
fluid ounces, how much does that weigh?
1 pound.
No, it
16
doesn't weigh
fluid
that.
Fluid
ounces.
ounces.
It doesn't weigh
because
that.
16 fluid ounces of water is going to weigh less
Listen.
than 16 fluid ounces of milk.
16 fluid ounces of water weighs 16 ounces. A gallon is 4 quarts or 8 pints, thus weighs 8 pounds. Boom,
Sorry, I've been
shakalaka.
drinking. I'm confused.
Just dropping knowledge on fools. Just
He uses Lugal so
You
hard.
take your fucking Google and shove it up.
It's
your-
Lugal.
well, I had it right until you guys made me Google it to back up my facts.
I didn't even hear what you said. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Lance was like, a 1 pound of water isn't a measurement. Well, neither is 16 ounces, I guess.
Aw.
I don't.
Well, it doesn't. Fluid ounces and ounces aren't always the same. Maybe they are.
Depends on what kind of fluid it is, I guess. But this
Yeah.
is water, and that's
Semen-
what water
semen
is. What
a
weighs
lot
that?
Heavier than water.
Okay, so 1 ounce of oregano. Let's go with spices, okay?
It's still 1 ounce.
Thank you.
An ounce in a measuring glass.
Still
Okay.
an ounce.
What's it going to weigh?
If it's water, an ounce.
I said oregano.
In oregano, if
It's
it's
still an ounce.
it's oregano filled up to the 1 ounce line is not fluid. There's airspace in between it. 1 ounce of oregano weighs 1
Okay.
ounce on a scale.
1 ounce of oil, is that going to weigh the same as 1 ounce of water?
No.
No.
Probably not.
Density.
That's
No. Density.
It's a fluid ounce. That the fluid ounce is a fluid measurement. That means it can be different. But water is what the ounces
It's
are,
the same.
square for square.
It's,
Oh,
it's the
okay.
same for what? Oh, I got you. I feel you now.
So water weighs the
I was
same
confused
as
to start with.
16 ounces of dirt? Is this the
No.
same?
16 ounces of dirt still weighs 16 ounces.
Well, that's true.
Unless it's
Quit blowing my mind.
No, he just said water's the same, whether it's an ounce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
pick up the phone and
Water's
call
the
that
same,
old.
that-
Call
Water
your
is the fluid.
Water's
Call
the
your
same.
Beer,
with
might,
water.
beer maybe it weighs a little different, whatever. But like if it's water based, it's
I know
yeah.
that a gallon of milk
That's why it's called fluid
8
because
pounds.
the
it weighs the
division
same
is
just
fluid.
at your store. Just
A
like
gallon of milk weighs 8 pounds
Yeah,
also.
but 8 or
You pick
6.
up a gallon of milk, yeah, from the store.
Human
yeah.
head weighs
I can
8
do it at
pounds.
home
Yeah,
too.
yeah, we know this.
Jesus Christ. You are that kid off that show, aren't you? You got the same glasses and everything.
I'll take them off. See you guys for on the podcast.
Yeah. Anyway,
So how about that ride in, huh?
Yeah.
Guess that's why they call it Sin City.
what's your favorite movie?
Schindler's List.
Jesus.
Oh, that's such a broad thing. I don't
Oh,
know.
man.
That's tough.
Yeah.
There's so many.
I figured Brett would jump right at Dazed and Confused. I didn't know.
Dazed and Confused is probably.
That's up.
I've watched it more than any other movie. I know that. We
Yeah.
started watching it in French, thinking we could learn fucking French out of it. No shit.
I believe it.
Dude,
Yeah.
Brett and Christopher and I, all of us, watched Dazed and Confused so much back in the VHS days, we wore the VHS out.
That's true what he said. It's fucking muscle. It was Bamufa or something. That's all.
It's the only one you learn.
Yeah.
What part?
A lot of booze otherwise.
Yeah.
What part is that? What's he say there? Let me tell you what Mel Batos backing.
You know what he says.
She's got 411 posi track out back, 750 double pumper, Edelbrock intake board over 30, 11.1 pop-up pistons, turbojet, 390 horsepower. We're talking some fucking muscle.
McClintock.
See that over there? It's
He's
white
my
lightning.
favorite.
You see the shoes on that? You got to see fucking tires on this thing.
Yeah.
These here just fucking
pizza
pizza
cutters.
cutters. Yeah, we've seen that
Oh, way
time
too
too.
much. Yeah.
McClintock.
It's so
fucking
hard
funny.
to define a favorite movie because there's so many great ones.
I love Shooter.
It is.
I love.
What'd you guys do if you won the lottery? Got any lofty
I'd probably
goals?
still be here drinking with you guys.
Two girls at the same
Bowling
time.
alley. I built a bowling alley.
Matt would build a bowling alley.
I'd give Matt $50 to shut up and get out of here. Probably.
If I won the lottery,
Tell you what, I'd own a few homes probably. I'd like not only I'd still keep one here, but I'd definitely want a beach home and
I'd still finish out my schedule
Place
for
to
the
get
year.
away.
'cause I told
like
someone
what,
I'd do it.
yeah.
relax.
Exactly. I mean, I got work to do still.
Yeah,
So
I'd
now-
finish it.
and honestly, if I wasn't doing a little bit of work or like, if you're not
I'm still confused if you're
Oh, yeah,
working.
you-
now.
if you're not
drive
working or
yourself
moving
dirt
moving
crazy
yourself like
otherwise.
along, that's why so many retired guys you see go back and get a job somewhere because they get
think-
bored
oh,
at
yeah.
home.
I
I'd
think
always go
before
to the grocery store and get a simple little job just for something.
And I mean, I could tell you what, I could
if
be
I
pretty
won
good
the
at being
lottery,
lazy,
though,
but
I think before I got pent up on buying shit, building shit, doing this, doing that,
You get more
I'm just-
tattoos, huh?
I would get some more tattoos.
6'9" on your face.
Pretty soon he's the next mumble rapper.
No, I think I would just fucking spend a little while relaxing, figuring out what I want to do. That would be my first fucking plan.
Would you adopt? Like,
That's
put
what I
your
do
child
every day
up for
anyway.
adoption,
I
or
don't-
would you
like-
keep him?
What?
Would you put your kid up for adoption?
I
or
like
would
what
you keep
we
him?
What the
Oh no,
hell?
I'd keep him.
we used to discuss this
He's a
back in
pretty
the
good
day.
kid.
Might have to get a nanny, but I didn't like,
He used to talk about this back in the day, and now it doesn't matter because he's dead. But Timmy Hines always said he'd give Roger $1 million just to see what
see what he'd come up
see
with.
what he'd cook up with it, and
You'd see the next biggest
see
wagon
what-
train
yeah,
again.
See what he'd think up with it, you know.
I tell you what, I didn't mind sitting around bullshitting with Rogers.
No.
Like he had,
Oh, he's
man was full of ideas.
When he did it right. But when it went wrong,
I get it. I was doing
Man.
some promotions too. I mean, I'm not on Roger Hero level
No
by any
matter
means,
what
but
you do,
the
it's
shit
going
that
I
went
understand
back in
it's
the day
not
was
easy.
yeah.
No matter
My
what you do,
mom's
it's gonna
a
go one of
woman
two
Roger
ways.
Hero sometimes she's just going too
Up
hard,
or down.
just trying to put shit together.
Yeah. It's tough, man. You got, especially in a
Yeah.
small town.
Definitely.
To make shit happen when we don't have the population to make it happen is what's really tough.
Not like it used to be.
Because especially like I want to see shit happen that I'm entertained by, but there's not a lot of people around our age. I mean, if you actually like
We don't
check out what our demographic would be,
click the same way.
yeah, it's tough. As a small town life is tough. That's why a lot of small towns seem like they're dying. But our small town seems like we've had quite a few
We're strapped.
younger generation
Come
move
back.
back and starting businesses and having the balls to jump out and try something. And I say to like anybody that's out there listening, what do you got to risk if you open up your own business? I mean, the worst that could happen is you lose your money. You got to go get a job.
Then you gain some more debt. Big deal. We're all
Yeah, I mean, you got to go get another job. As you got to like,
Life goes on.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, I mean,
We've all failed.
yeah. And you fail, you could start another business if you want, or you could, like. But it's well worth.
Fail every time I sleep
It's
with a chick, but
well worth the freedom in your head knowing that.
God, he doesn't have a microphone.
yeah.
I
no
know.
shit.
I'm so glad we didn't give Matt a mic.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad to put the look of disgust on Shane Carnahan's face, and he just had it.
so I'm here for why.
It's pretty rough, man. I don't.
No, but you can try all you want. If you fail, like, good for you for trying. Go
Yeah.
out and make it work.
At least you tried.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
There's Lance talking. Into
there's
his
a
mic
lot
finally.
of ranchers family moving back, and that's awesome. There's more and more
There is.
small families and whatnot, and that's what makes this community
If you
go
look
round
at
and
where this
round.
world's coming to now, would you rather live in a big fucking town or here?
You know what? No
Thing
matter
is-
where you live is what you make of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could live in Malta, Montana,
Almost really hard.
and make this.
Like see almost naked.
I like to see almost
I mean,
naked.
you can live in Malta, Montana, and make this place the best place you've ever been in your entire life, as well as you could live in a major metropolis area. It's no matter what you live, where you
How
live.
was Deer
it's
Lodge, by the
How
way?
you make
You
Jesus.
live in a big fucking town.
I think whether you're going to be depressed one way or the other. I mean, your set and setting are going to make a difference a little bit, but like the difference here, like
Travis makes it different in this town.
I paid $525
Okay.
for a fucking 3-bedroom house with a big garage on it. As compared, like you did this down even in just Billings, it's close to $2,000 for this house. You know, a month.
You
if
make a difference in this town, though. You want to do fun stuff, like you're bringing bands in,
Try,
and doing
man, like,
stuff
but-
like comedy at the movie theater,
It's
and stuff
fucking
like that.
terrifying,
That's awesome.
though. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To try and pull, yeah, Shane's doing the same thing. But to try and pull the
Yeah.
trigger on something like that is
It's bringing something in
Terrifying.
that
But
other
I'd
people like,
sponsor
too,
any of that because
that
that's
other people
fucking awesome. Like,
enjoy.
it-
You know.
even if you don't make any money, you still brought
well,
happiness
and
to
that's the
45
hard,
people.
That's the hardest thing, especially for like me, because that's not my career. That's not what I do. Like I have no clue what I'm doing.
It
I'm
wasn't
just
mine when I
winging
started
it.
either, by any
I'm
means.
just
No,
winging
you
it
made
and
this deal.
hoping
It's
I can
cool.
make it work.
Oh, it's fun.
I just I the biggest thing for me is I always tell everybody if I got to live in this small town, I might as well try to make it the coolest place that I possibly can while I live here. You know, like do
I
my
think
best.
we all do that as
or to be able to do
friends.
that, and now, as good as the internet is and whatnot, like I was showing you guys earlier. I mean, I'm doing work for
You guys
people
have
in
internet?
Huntley and people in Billings, and like that's all because of I've been able to put stuff out on the internet and say, here's my designs, and then find jobs. I mean, I design a license plate for the Billings Drag Race Association. I do, you know, and that's all because I can throw out, you know, things over the internet and network and find the right people.
Oh god. Yeah. Matt's got fucking mic.
Matt really tried to sneak up and-
Jesus.
guess what? Jay, we gotta go take piss. So
You can turn it on, but don't be too crazy. No, I just hit it.
Shane
swing
took
away.
piss, so now
Matt stepped up.
Matty
Move
Ice
your
is
feet.
on mic.
Move your feet. Lose your seat. I guess is what happened there.
What's up?
What's up? He's about to like DJ a new track or something.
Well, I think we're gonna cut this thing short, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, see you later. Good time. Thanks, you guys, for showing up, and we're out of here.
I mean, the
fucker
real
up.
podcaster's here now, so I mean, shit, fuck.
You don't have to shit. Fuck.
You-
What was that?
Oh.
See that monkey,
Oh.
Matt? You owe some quarters already. Like you just.
You can't
No,
say.
I'm just kidding.
You can't say.
You can, but we call,
No.
you can, but the deal is we call them like fouls, and if it sounds like you're just doing it vulgar,
You
you
just
gotta call
foul
it.
out.
Can I say frickin' A and stuff?
Yeah, you can try.
Fell
You remember
out.
you were like a kid and your mom would like you can't say the F word, so you're like frick.
Dude, you gotta go.
Oh God, Lance is getting all ignorant over here.
That's funny.
Don't
Matt
be
still
jealous,
says frick
Lance,
in front of
'cause
his
I'm better
mom.
than you.
What are you better than him at?
I don't know.
Basketball.
Everything.
So we did have to pause it for a second because Matt got on the mic and that poor guy, man, he diarrhea of the mouth went full vulgar, and Shane went out to smoke, tried to steal Matt's seat, and Shane came back in. And he goes, "Get out of my seat!" Matt just gets some moves.
You okay, Matt?
Matt, you all right? He's over there Snapchatting.
I'm crying.
Sad now.
I'm crying on the inside.
Yeah, put about 35
But,
more memes on
he's just
Facebook
pouting
while you're at
inside.
it.
Should I?
Why isn't Matt wearing gym shorts or fucking sweatpants?
He has a real job.
Because
Oh, we want to get on sweatpants? Is that what we're
didn't do
getting on
anything
here?
athletic today.
Yeah, you did. Got out of bed.
That makes you an athlete?
Matt.
If golf makes you an athlete,
I got an athlete's foot. I think I'm an athlete.
you must be.
Must be. Got jock itch. I must
mean-
be a jock, right?
The way I had somebody put it to me, here's the deal: if you can play your sport in clothes that you can go out to dinner in, it's not a sport.
I could
So you
play
wanna
any
tell me
sport.
Like pool
Rhodes
or-
can wrestle in a fucking suit and tie.
He could.
No.
But I don't need to.
Without a soul, you can do anything.
Yeah, no soul, no problem.
Remember back in the day, Rhodes couldn't wrestle in a singlet, let alone
You're
suit
right.
and tie.
You just get naked and wrestle, or how did you do it?
Tell you what, the worst thing about singlet is when I folded my fucking arm in half, I still had my singlet up and had to figure out how to get it down when I got to the hospital.
Cut it.
Dad, I gotta pee. Yeah. Shane hates sweatpants, is why he's bringing that up. He doesn't.
Shane,
I
yeah.
don't.
He's just sitting there stewing right now.
like-
I told you.
Oh, hold on. It's pajama pants.
I said
he
before
hates.
this,
It's
the
not-
reason he hates them is because he can't
No,
help but getting a
really-
soft chub every time it rubs up against him, and he's mad. He
Is
can't
it
go to
pajama pants or sweatpants?
It's a little bit of both, but more or less these days the pajama pants. What caused me to
Define pajama pants for us, please.
Yoga pants are fine.
when your fucking pants
yoga pants for president.
are plaid fucking pants that have San Francisco
So they gotta
fucking
be plaid?
49ers or whatever fucking pajama pants are.
Or the Cookie Monster.
Christmas trees in July.
Cookie
Yeah,
Monster's a popular one.
but when it's fucking 2 in the afternoon
They really are, dude.
and you're a fucking 25-year-old
Say it.
I don't know if you guys caught that, but Matt goes, Cookie Monster's a popular one.
when it's 2 in the afternoon and you're a 25-year-old man or woman, whatever, and you're in a fucking grocery store.
That's a place for everyone, though. Anyone
Do you
can
ever
go.
wonder that maybe they
Wearing-
work as a bartender at night, Shane, and like they're really fucking tired the next day at 2 in the afternoon?
Yeah, these fucking people don't even have jobs.
Oh God.
And that's
Here we go.
And here's why
Oh,
they
that
don't have
three-letter word.
jobs. Here's why they don't have jobs, dude.
J-O-B.
It's because they choose to wear fucking pajama pants and sweatpants in the middle of the afternoon. if you
7-hour podcast coming
cannot
up next.
if you cannot make yourself presentable in public to go get groceries, how are you going to be presentable to go get a job?
Well,
Dude,
it may be beyond your belief, but not everybody is out to please your visual.
Yeah,
And that's the thing.
I'm just kidding.
I don't really fucking care if people are trying to please me or not, but you're not just representing yourself when you go to a store or you go downtown or you go out to dinner or you go to a bar or you
Hold
go
on.
to the
Well, yeah,
Valley
they're
Grill.
repping San
You're
Francisco
representing your
49ers.
entire
hold on,
family.
hold on, Shane. You have tattoos on your hand. Some old folk might be like, he should not fucking be here, just like these pajama pants.
And you're probably right. Like
I'm not. Like
I look like a.
I don't care about your tattoos.
I mean,
but
some people
You
probably
look
look
like
at
an
me.
ex-convict.
Yeah.
he's a
people-
current convict.
People probably look at me and are like, "Look at that degenerate
Yeah.
thug,
No, but-
ex-convict."
I agree on
You
the
know.
sweatpants. And
I agree
whatnot.
with- I know- I
I agree
understand
on
what you're
that
saying.
100%. But yeah, it's.
I'm gonna bust
if
your balls
people wanna-
about it,
If
but
people want to wear them, whatever. I don't give
Hey,
two shits.
You know, it's
Or you,
well,
most
take
of the
pride
time
in
you
yourself.
do
Well, listen,
look
it's one
fucking-
thing to wear sweatpants.
You look like shit, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't be angry Larry if you're not angry all the time.
But-
That's true.
But on another, on that same note, and
Larry.
I think when I put that on Facebook, it did kind of piss some people off because there's a lot of people that wear sweatpants when they go out to do certain shit. Like I'm gonna go gas my wife's car up and then go drop it off to her. I'm gonna go back in and watch a football game.
Tell you what, I got plenty of nice
but-
sweatpants, and every
but
once in a while,
they're
Sunday
wearing-
morning after I bartend, I'll run to Albertsons and grab
I've
my
seen
fucking
you
energy
in
drink.
the-
And
I've seen you in the
Whatever.
mint with a pair of sweatpants.
But
on the
they're
Sunday.
wearing
that was
a
dropping
nice
my kid
pair of
off
sweatpants.
in boots, and you've seen what I was
He
doing.
was wearing, he was selling popcorn, and you were
But
out
these
for a drink.
motherfucking
I was definitely
people
not going
that
hard.
I see at the store some days, they're wearing sweatpants. Well, here's what really fucking.
Well,
I don't wear.
Here's what
sweatpants, I don't wear
grinds my
pajama
yeah,
pants, I don't
here's
wear
what
none of
really
that.
grinds my
I don't.
gears.
Yeah, well, it's
So,
really weird to see you naked in the
It was a
grocery
few-
store.
But if I'm lounging at home, I'm in my underwear.
It was a few
what it
weeks
is.
ago.
I'll
Either
go-
my
a lot of
underwear
times
or
I
else
am
I'm in pants. I mean, that's
when I
it.
showed up, he's still in his underwear. He don't.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
It was a few weeks
Deal
ago.
with it. It's my house.
A few weeks ago,
You don't
I'm
like it,
sitting
leave.
in the mint. I'm sitting
Go
in
get
the
me some
mint
ice.
at fucking 11:30 at night, drinking beers, BSing with my friends. I think you were there, Brett. And a guy walks through the back door, wearing
What?
pajama pants. Sits down at the bar, orders a drink, and proceeds to fucking drink in his pajama pants. And then,
Proceed to party where they red solo cup pajama pants.
and then.
Toby Keith it.
The next day, I'm at the grocery store, and that motherfucker is in there in the same fucking pajama pants he was wearing at the bar. And what
parked
really
hard,
pissed me
dude.
off is this fucking guy he doesn't even have a job.
Brett always has the same shirt on the next day after we party. Like what?
I know what you're talking about. He does have a job.
He didn't then.
He does now. Has for a while.
He might now.
Do you have a job?
Yes.
Guess what? If it was a female wearing pajama pants, and Shane knows this.
Matt's talking again, everybody.
Oh, Matt. You want in on this?
I'm
Does
just
it-
saying.
I would never tell if a
So
woman
with-
wore yoga pants 2 days in a row. I don't know
With-
if they're the same ones or not.
Well,
With,
you can smell it.
with the button-up pee hole or not the button-up pee hole? Like,
No, it's the ass flap.
that's where I draw the line. Like, I don't mind. Like, I'll wear my sweatpants to the like gas station, or like if I go skateboarding in a pair of gym shorts, I'll go to the fucking grocery store after I'm done skateboarding in a pair of gym shorts. You know,
Brisk out.
but well, even like I'm talking summer if I'm skateboarding, but
Well, you're probably sweating. It looks like you came from the gym. You're wearing
you're
gym
sweaty.
shorts.
usually I got an ass sweat going on. That's the embarrassing part. But yeah,
I don't know.
but I don't. You know,
It's
Shane, you're going too hard about
It's like
this
people
deal.
don't take pride in what they do these days or how they look. They just don't care.
No, they don't.
And you know, I had a man tell me one
Shane
day.
says this like he wears a fucking suit and tie every day.
I
Look at
know,
him.
I don't. But I had a man tell me one day. He goes.
Got his suspenders and his piece of weed out the
He
right
said
side
to
of his
me-
mouth every morning.
He said, "You never know who you're gonna run into." And you don't. You might run into somebody pretty goddamn important. You might run into somebody who might change your life.
If
But
they don't
wearing
respect me for what
sweatpants-
I'm wearing, then fuck them.
A girl might run into Shannon. They need to whip those pajama pants off fast.
Yeah, buttons and all. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, tearaways. How about tearaways?
Yeah.
Is that acceptable?
Like I'm warming up for a high school basketball game.
Only if you walk in the door and just whip them off when you get home.
I kind of agree with Shane on this because honestly, like, after,
peanut gallery. Play the drums.
Well, I mean, 90% of the time when you get with the chick, after a while she gets comfortable. And you don't want to see that bitch in fucking sweatpants every day. You want to see
That's
her in
fine.
some hot jeans
You know
and
what's
make her
under
ass
them.
look good, right?
You know what's under them? Why flaunt what you got?
Fuck, dude, you got to get built up a little bit, right? You gonna be happy with the same fucking vagina you've been fucking for the last couple years?
That's usually how marriage goes.
yes, I am.
I'm married, so yeah, I got to be happy with the same.
Yeah,
So
vagina.
why she got to be a dude every day?
I agree with
Mine's-
Shane. I'm happy with Shane's too.
Mine's far from a dude every day. I don't know,
Yeah,
like,
like she sells me the same bottle of Captain all the time, and she still looks good every time.
I'm just saying, mostly it's like females that always want to dress like Haggard all the time.
You see a lot of dudes
no,
wear
you see
fucking
dudes being sloppy.
sweatpants
too.
and
It's just whether
shit
you're
around
sloppy or not.
too.
Like I know people that come to work in fucking sweatpants.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Matt,
I want to wear flip flops.
in the summer,
don't get me wrong, I
in the
want to.
summertime though, you wear
You can now.
gym
Women figured
shorts
it out.
in the bar.
Well, I know, but
all the
women
time.
figured it out by.
I only own
Why are
one
we
pair of
holding them
pants,
to that
dude.
standard, though? That's the thing. Like, why are we doing that?
Wait,
I'm not.
I don't, because, you know, don't get me wrong. If I see you in the grocery store and you're in pajama pants, I'll think, yeah, damn, they're looking a little sloppy today. And I understand. I get people. I get certain people don't
Do
work
it.
enough, but it's, you know
Wear
what?
what you want. Live your own life.
That's their fucking
Fuck it.
problem, not mine. I don't give a shit. Like, that's
Yeah.
your fault. You look sloppy, not me. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Sorry, I got my
Pajama
suit and
pants
tie
and
on, and
sweats
I'm
are
just
way
buying this
And I
gallon of
get-
milk, and I'm out of
Sweats look
here.
Classy. Pajama pants are.
It's a fine line. It's a very fine
Auto
line.
body?
Pajama pants are hanger, dude.
No, between
Like I said, you
pajama
got Cookie
pants and
Monster
sweats.
Or fucking
It's
like
fine
line.
Superman on them. Like those are way too hanger. At least wear some fucking sweats with Under Armour or something on them.
Oh, now we got to go name brand with it.
If you're gonna wear pajama
Well, fucking-
pants or anything like that, just wear your onesie and call it a day.
Yeah, dude.
Now we're talking.
Dude, like if I wear my pink,
What do you think the guys that run around in fucking blue coveralls are doing all day? Those are their onesie. They got goddamn nuts hanging in there.
Oh,
I guarantee
yeah?
it. They ain't got clothes under that. Or bib overalls. That's your pant. Like
But
that.
do you see them at the grocery store?
Oh yeah.
And even if they are all dirty and greasy from wearing their blue
Shane, if you had
coveralls
a
all day
hard
at
job,
work,
you'd have some
you know
overalls,
what?
too.
They've been working. But
You know-
when there's fucking a mom and a dad, well,
I get
usually
it.
not a dad, and 12 kids in fucking sweatpants at 2 in the afternoon on the first of the
You know
month.
why? Because sweatpants are cheaper than fucking Levi's.
You can buy fucking jeans at Walmart for
You're really profiling
$4.99.
people now too.
Yeah, this is pretty weak, dude.
Profiler.
You know,
Can't profile
Take
everybody.
care of yourself. That's all I can say.
You have to
Don't be a
stink.
scrub.
Don't stink and wear pajama pants.
all I care is to just be semi-clean. You know, like I mean,
I don't know.
Well, you don't. I mean, you'd
Shave
be
your
dirty. If
beard.
you'd be dirty if you were whatever. But like, at least have some personal hygiene is where I'm at about it. Like,
I feel like we should give this for Shane.
I just
for a
gotta
minute,
give
'cause we're
Shane
just busting
shit.
his
That's all
balls.
that I care.
All
It
we're
is
doing
kinda
is
fun.
busting
Just
Shane's
gotta beat
balls,
on
so
him a
just
little
give it
bit.
to him
Just-
for a
It's got a
minute.
valid point though, because 90% of people do see in
Oh, yeah.
sweats and shit are like dirty, fucking nasty, fucking people.
You don't have a
can be,
microphone.
but
Shh.
people are like that. Yeah, whatever it is, you know, there's different people all over the fucking world that.
There is.
You can't judge everybody. Everybody's got something going on. That's,
Yeah.
Oh, I
Definitely.
judge
You know,
everybody.
I mean,
Well, you said,
of all people to judge people.
I know, I
Jeez.
guarantee it.
Wow.
Loop out, Larry. You can be looping one out.
Says the guy with a naked chick tattooed on his arm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he says.
Oh, here we go. These guys are
Yeah,
good.
I got a naked chick on my arm, and I'll tell you a little bit about that.
Prison was rough.
No.
The guy wanted to put fucking sweatpants on her. He said,
When-
no.
When,
Thong it is.
when I was a kid, of course, my old man, he made the rules. So he always told me, you know, you're going to live under my roof, you're going to follow my rules.
Shane's
All right,
always
cool.
obeyed rules, too.
But
Yeah.
Law-abiding citizen.
he says, I don't care what the fuck you do when you turn 18 and get the fuck out of my house. You can go get a tattoo of a naked woman on your arm for all I fucking care. And
So
guess
what
I
did I do?
Went and got a tattoo of a naked woman on my arm.
I'll give the kid credit. He's got one good tattoo anyway.
It was of Terry. his
No,
mom.
it's a V8.
The
forward
V8 one,
side.
yep.
Sweet Rose.
He's not as stupid as everybody thinks. Pretty close, but not quite.
Well, boys, should we wrap this one up?
Yeah, fuck you.
Let's keep
Might as
it.
well.
Fucking ranting Larry.
Yeah.
Getting late.
Yeah, thanks for having us
Getting
on,
early.
Travis.
Getting early.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not late. It's early now.
Thanks for having us on, Travis.
It's been fun.
Yeah,
We
thanks for
appreciate
bringing Matt in. We really needed him.
Poor Matt. He's always picked on. Poor guy. He's back there.
Fuck you, Lance. You fucking piece of shit.
Well,
Now
that's one
spell
way to
that.
end it.
Good story. You got time
I feel
to
like
tell
now we
it
got to
again.
do another fucking segment just
Can we
because.
cut
that's-
that out?
Yeah, and that.
That's easy.
Hey, it's been fun. With that, Montarctica podcast.
Thanks,
We've been,
Rhodes.
yeah,
Thanks for
Thank you,
having us.
buddy.
we've been back
Thanks for having us.
for once. Probably see you in the next 6 months.
Thanks, Dad.
Later.